and welcome to Down Under Network. This is round 5 of the ANZ40K Open. My name is Josh Diffie. I will be joined with my co-host, Mr. Adam Camilleri, in just a moment. Live on stream, we have yet again Simon Big Daddy Gojkovic from Godhammer Gaming versus Stuart the... What are we going with?
Kid trainer.
Stuart the kid trainer?
Daddy versus the kid.
Daddy versus the kid. Alright, we're going with that.
Wow, that just sounds so good.
Alright, so just a little sound check myself. Make sure we're getting all good. And we are joined with Mr. Camilleri.
Hi guys, it's me.
That's terrifying. Alright, so we are going into the final round. As said, Simon's list, we've gone through quite a number of times to date, so I'm going to just rush over it real quickly, but remembering that at any point, if you want to have a look at the games...
Don't even do Simons.
Well, some people are new.
He doesn't deserve it. He hasn't beat anyone worth beating.
He beat this guy last round.
Wasn't worth beating.
So basically, it's 11 Venoms, 3 Ravagers, and then Witches, Cabalites, characters to fill said Venoms. And that's it.
It's a lot of poison shots, I can tell you right now, after being on the receiving end. It's a lot of poison shots, man. Holy crap.
Yep. We have... So, in the... So that's, I guess, in the yellow corner.
In the yellow corner.
In the red corner. We'll
weighing,
go with,
weighing all of an oily rag, a
Stuart,
slightly moist
Stuart the kid trainer. We've got a battalion of Leviathan with a Broodlord, Malanthrope, 3 Rippers, 30 Gaunts with Flesh Borers. Then he has a Supreme Commander detachment of Genestealer Cult with Cult of the Four-Armed Emperor, Abominant, Magus, Patriarch, and then a Sanctus. So that's the Vindicare dude.
Yeah.
And then he has a battalion of Leviathan with Neurothrope, 30, 29, and 30 Gaunts.
So what's that total, 120? Or 150?
30, 60, 90, 120, 149. 4 Zone Throats, 4 Zone Throats, 4 Zone Throats.
I love the Zoes.
Yeah.
Love the Zoes.
And he caps out at 1938 points. So I'm assuming that's
1938, it's Sporefield.
Sporefield.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%. So, I hope Eric Lethus is watching this because it's an Eric-inspired list.
So is.
It so is. And Stuart Trainer, he's somebody who's very much an up-and-comer in the Vic scene.
Yep.
He's actually probably our biggest up-and-comer at the moment. He's gone from lower middle tables, he's skyrocketing up, and he's at the top table, essentially.
He sure is.
Yeah, top table of this event. And look, he's got a lot to play for. Unfortunately, putting it out there right now, this is, I think, heavily weighted in Simon's favour, both in experience and in lists.
Yeah.
So, 150 Gaunts is not going to hold up against that many poison shots.
Also, it's worth pointing out that Simon will have played many a game
against Eric.
Against
this
Eric.
exact archetype.
Whether or not he played his Venom spam against that list is another story, but he would have play tested against that kind of style.
So there's two reasons that this is bad for Stuart. First one is those Venom throats, those 3 up invulnerables, don't count for much when he's just piling on layers and layers and layers of Venom shots. And secondly, his Horde, which is the other thing he's relying on, it doesn't count for much when he's just piling on those Venom shots. Lastly, the Dizzy Ravagers are actually very good against zone tropes. Actually, very legitimately good. They're going to be really, he's got real ones to hit and to wound because of he's got his Warlord trait on that. Warlord trait on the dude.
Archon?
On the Archon?
No,
so,
no, he's got it on the Death Jester.
No, he has Riddle Living Muse, so he's got the real ones to hit, ones to win. He had it against me.
Okay.
So 27 Dizzy Ravagers, hitting on 3s or 4s, reeling once, winning on 3s, reeling once. Probably most of a unit of 4s, always dead in the turn.
Yeah, Sonia's just pointed out. So for those that have followed Simon's, I'll say 40k career.
Yep.
He has had. What was the first channel he had? I want to say something. Tactics? No. I'm going to mute and yell. Tabletop Tourneys was his original one, where he did post-event.
It's just lame, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it was good. And he did post-event analysis of his games. He did video footage of it. It was like the time-lapse stuff.
Yep.
And released that on YouTube, so you can see tons and tons and tons of Simon's games. Pretty much every tournament game for the last probably 5 years he's got recorded. He has only recorded one this event because all other games have been live on stream.
Yeah, there's no need to. We did it all.
We did it for him.
So is this a four objective mission? Yeah.
It is
one
four
in each,
objectives.
1 in the center of each table quarter. Oh no, they're player placed.
Player placed.
They just yeah.
It's just roughly where they put
Yeah,
them.
roughly where they put them.
And they've gone
looks like the opponent's pretty much
Pointy
done
Dawn
as
of
well.
War. Pointy Dawn of War.
So this actually, so there's one thing. So he's heavily weighted his center. He's
Yep.
got all the zoanthropes in the center. He's got the malanthrope in there as well. Then he's got his gaunts spread out. Very Eric-esque.
Yep.
But Eric usually ends up doing a horseshoe with these guys. The flanks move out and tendril out. So I'm interested to know if he does that. But look what Simon's done. He's got a weaker force to the bottom right on that objective.
Yep.
Looks like 3 venoms there, and then to the left.
There's 4 venoms. There's a blue venom and 3 yellows.
Then to the left of that, he's got 7 venoms and he's 3 ravagers. So he knows he's leaving a weak flank, but he's probably hoping just to do a little bit of distracting. I'd love to know where his solitaire and where his death jest.
Well, I'll do a roam shortly, and we'll have a
suss
peek.
that out. We're going to be joined by Mr. Bask at any point.
We will be.
Fantastic. Good friend of the channel. Supported us to our very first stream.
Did.
You did. Good
Yeah,
man.
the Objective Secured. You can find them at objectivesecured.com.au. They're also on Facebook. They run a hell of a lot of events out of WA, but their biggest centerpiece, I guess, would be the Southern Hemisphere Open.
Yep.
When we get Mike on at some stage this round, I'm sure we'll talk about it. I think it's up to its 3rd year, maybe 4th. This game here, so Simon has already won the ANZ40K Masters, which means...
This is the prize.
It's a trophy.
Giant Nerf cannon. What did you do that on?
Fun.
What's that on?
Green stuff.
Green stuff. You green stuffed it on.
Because it had stuff there.
Had like Nerf symbols and stuff, yeah.
Well, the Nerf symbols I actually dremeled off.
Yeah.
The winner of this game, which could be Simon, gets
The baby gun.
the baby bolt gun on a
Flint.
stand, which says ANZ40K Open 2019 champion, and that'll just sit right in there, sit on a bookshelf or whatever else.
Get broken by his kids within 3 minutes.
That stand, probably.
It goes to Simon.
So Simon's family are currently watching this. I think we're on a TV in the living room.
Nice.
They should all have their own device and
They
get
should.
this view
They
count
should,
up.
absolutely. I'm just trying to figure out who's going first. I think we're still doing deployment.
It's still in deployment.
Yeah, Stuart's got his little baggies of his guys for different squads. I still really want to know where these characters are. I can see some characters here.
Yeah, I'll do a little roam.
Do a little roam. I'll just a circle.
Unmute that. Actually, I'll just click some buttons. Do 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 do. All right, keep talking.
Booty, 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 booty. So what do we got? So I'm thinking that we've got some characters here, and that's probably the primary reason he's put that bubble of units there.
Yeah.
That's probably because he knows he's got a 30-inch move with his solitaire, which will get him very close to that knot of characters, that knot of zoanthropes. So he's probably gonna. If I was Simon, he's definitely got the firepower to clear 30 termagants in one turn.
Yep.
And it only looks like he's got one unit. It only looks like he's got one unit there of termagants. So he could clear that one, exposing all these Zoes, and just punch right through. What he really wants to go for would be the Malanthrope. And so the Malanthrope is right here, guys. So if he could punch away this unit, he would expose somewhere for a charge for the Solitaire to get in there. And if that would be game defining. Losing that -1 to hit opens up a gamut of options for him.
One sec.
In theory, we'd have the roll. Who goes first? And got a seize roll.
You can hear me. Yeah. It looks like we've just had a seize roll by Stuart, and I think he's failed, so I believe Simon's going first. So Simon's going second, which I think is the right call in this game. He doesn't have much fear of getting hurt significantly top of turn 1, so I think he's fine to go second for Simon, and he'll probably want to. Simon's secondaries, he's chosen the Reaper, no-brainer, Headhunter, no-brainer, and Recon. Recon's the testy one. Recon is the testy one, but Recon should be very doable with how many Venoms he's got. Should be fine. Alright.
Should be coming.
You good? Alright, guys. Sounds like.
Alright, so you can hear me?
Can you guys hear me? I can hear you.
Alright, so in the bottom right hand corner, we have a Venom with some Cabalites. In the kind of just to the right of the center, we have where the 4 Venoms are. We have 2 Death Jesters, the Solitaire, and the Troopmaster.
All the Harlequins characters.
All the Harlequins characters. Then we have 1, 2 units of Witches, 1 unit of Cabalites, and probably some characters, an Archon. And then on the left-hand side, we have the 3 Ravagers, and then a whole bunch of Venoms. Doesn't look like there's any characters on the left-hand side of the board.
Yeah. So he's going to get his Death Jesters up here, and he's going to start taking punts. Probably, if he can get them, he'll go for the characters. He'll go for the Magus, he'll go for the Primus, he'll go for the KPR. And the Sniper dude, I don't know what it's called anymore. Can you tell me where characters are?
So we have 2 units of Gaunts at the front by the looks of it.
Yep.
And the Sniper dude?
Yeah, so Sniper dude's currently in Cult Ambush.
Cult Ambush.
Yep.
Alright.
So it's not deep striking.
Blipping. He's a blip.
Unless I choose.
Yeah, we got the blip.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, and looks like Simon's got the first turn.
Yeah, and Simon's decided to go first.
No, Stuart won the dice roll and made Simon go first.
That's the right call.
While I'm over here on table 2, we have Pete, the redneck, redbeard hotel from the Australian EDC team captain for 2019.
Dr. Hackett.
He's playing against Liam Hackett. So they've deployed. What's going on? Liam's cheating. Yep. All right.
So looks like Simon is just doing some measurements on these blips. He's found out that one of the blips was too far forward. So he's just to reposition it. No issues there at all. Very amicable.
Yeah. All good.
Stuart must have paid the CP, turn his 3 or 4 blips into 7, which is what he's here now. So any of his characters can be in any of those positions. So if he wants, he can have probably out of line of sight on most of the Death Jesters. And holy crap, I can tell you, sorry, it's getting really loud. I'm interested to know how aggressive Simon gets. Just water. I'm interested to know how aggressive Simon gets. I think the onus is on Stuart to try and win this game. Right now, I think it is Simon's game to lose, just based on list matchup. Looks like he's actually pushing out some Cabalites, I'd assume. Maybe he's just literally trying to maximize. Okay, so he's trying to get a recon. He's trying to get a recon point without giving up a Venom. Because naturally, a Venom's actually really valuable in this game. He can't just throw them away. He needs them all to keep his Hawk appearance up. So he is pushing out some Cabalites, and they've got over the center of the board, so they're just going to get a recon point for him. He's probably going to do the same with whatever units inside this Venom. They're going to get out there 3 inches, probably to there, and then they're going to move in advance and just need to get to there, which is probably doable with a 7 plus any kind of decent advance.
So how bad do you think the first turn's going to go?
So depends on how aggressive Simon wants to be. I don't think Simon needs to be aggressive. I think Simon just gets into decent range with all his venoms and tries to wipe a unit to 2 units of turn against this turn. I don't think he needs to do much else unless he's ballsy and he wants to use all his firepower into the venom throats. In which case, I think he kills a unit and a half, maybe 2 units. Killing 2 units of venom throats this turn would be massive for cutting down on the damage dealing. Because the only stuff he's got to actually pull down venoms is smites. So killing 2 units of Zoanthropes this early in the game means that his ability to kill venoms is gone. He has to rely on characters after that. So that might be the play, but then you're gambling on the 3 plus invulnerable saves going your way. But look, with Simon's way to fire, he can do it. I don't think he's got any issues. Who are you tipping in the Liam versus Pete game? So that's two ETC players.
Yeah, I'll do the maths in just a sec.
I mean, you can't leave. You can't give him out to right.
Yeah, so, just on card.
He's just paying for our drinks downstairs. Let's hear that. We've got a record of transaction downstairs. Buying drinks. Quality stream. It's a quality stream, guys. Quality stuff.
You're welcome.
That's Matt number 1 Morrisoli's hand right there. There's Matt number 1. He's just shuffling the Ravagers around. They outrange everything in Stuart's army by a bucket load. There's no need for them to literally ever get shot, really. The only thing they might cop is some mortals from... what's the mortal wind spell? Psychic Strain. From Psychic Strain. That's the only targeted mortal wind spell he's got. Apart from that, he's just relying on Smite.
I thought I had my phone on mute, lads. My bad.
That's alright, whatever, man. You only lost us a viewer, and they'll come back.
1 viewer. Mate, I was getting drinks.
I love it. Bottle of water for me. 2 beers for him.
And a bottle of water.
For him. It's healthy. It's healthy, guys. I have wank coconut water and a bottle of water. Diffy's got Coronas. We are men of taste, civilization, class, and elegance.
More arse than class, if you ask me.
Much more arse than class.
Alright.
So, Simon's going first, as we know.
Yep.
He's moving advanced 1 unit of Cabalites out just to get over this line for recon. And I think he's done the same there. He's moving advanced one Venom to get just over the line there, just over the line there. Just looking to pick up recon this turn and probably pick up 2 the Reaper points. So now what I'm curious to see is whether he just goes all in and just wipes a unit or 2 of Gaunts. Yep. Or he goes all in on the Zoes, because the Zoes are the only thing that really threatens doing decent amounts of damage to him. So killing the Zoes early means that he's going to guarantee longevity.
The top-down view makes it a little harder to see, but it's actually very clear from the table. So basically what we've got, I'll get my mouse back. There is a unit that kind of goes like this, like I think there.
Yep.
And another one that goes like there.
Yep.
All right. So depending on models being removed, he could have a situation where he just removes until there's models out of line of sight. If he's because obviously each of the Venoms can kill a number, but they're doing a smaller number of shots each Venom.
Yeah.
So what you end up with a situation where if you take the right models in the right order, you still protect your characters.
Yeah, and you pull your Venoms.
And you could potentially mean that you don't lose. Well, you can't stop him losing Reaper points, but you can stop him getting kill one, for example.
Yep, exactly right. Now, Stuart's chosen his secondaries. He's chose Recon, Ground Control, and Butcher's build. I like the choice of Recon and Ground Control.
Yeah.
His betting is going to be there for the long game, which I think he almost has to. I don't think there's any other good choices. Recon's a no-brainer. Butcher's build is the one I'm worried about.
Yep.
The only way he gets Butcher's build is if he gets people out of Venoms. I can't see him smiting down 2 Venoms in a turn. He can do it, but he needs to roll decently hot and get all his powers off. And for for Sun to not kill any zoanthropes.
Yep.
Which I'm now starting to think is the play. As soon as the Zoes are gone, you can't kill Venoms, you can't win the game. They just gunboat around for as long as they want. You can charge him, he falls back, shoots, whatever. So I think the right play is to go for the zoanthropes. So he's just chucked his 2 Death Jesters up on top of those ruins, which was exactly what I thought he was going to do. Where are we?
Lost your mouse?
Lost my mouse.
There we go.
So there's our 2 Death Jesters. I'm guessing that one's the Curtain Fall relic one. And dude, my god, Curtain Fall is amazing, incredible, dude. Absolutely bonkersly powerful. All right. So I think he's got every Venom in range. That would be my guess, except maybe this one.
The one hiding in the back.
Just holding that objective.
Look, yeah, sure, he might be able to, with that bottom Venom, kill those.
Yeah, he still might be in range.
Look, he's got line of sight. Yeah, the question is whether he has range or not.
Yeah. Looks like the game is the casualties have begun, and he's pegging off tournaments. He's not going for the zoanthropes.
Yep.
Well, that's another thing you can do. He just takes away board control, and all of a sudden Stuart has trouble getting hold more, because you can be almost certain he's not going to get kill more. So Simon's not going to get kill more. But I'm actually just not thinking they're going to kill much of each other early up, just because of the high density of model count for Stuart. He's just not going to take many casualties. But here's something that I would have done interesting for Simon. I would have shot the Ravages first. Yeah. If he's planning to invest anything in the zoanthropes, I think the Ravages go first, see how much damage you do, and then pile on the Venoms if you feel like you've done enough.
If you've got through.
If you've got through the 3-ups, if you kill 2 or 3 from a unit, pile on, finish that off with some Venoms, and then switch over. And then he can do that every turn. Every turn he picks up a unit of Zoes, and 20 to 30 Terminus. And then by the end of turn 3, Stuart's army's just gone.
Yeah. Last little spruik.
Spooky. You watching, Chelsea? Nice. It takes so much. Thank you. It takes so much. Watching it on mobile devices does eat it up. Alright. How far off is that? Or are we minutes? Beautiful. Looks like we're into. I can't see how many he's picking up, but he's picking up a handful. Oh, sorry. Now he's just revealing his blips, revealing where his characters are.
A blip, 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 blip.
Objective secured is right there. Sup indeed. Hello, how you doing?
Alright, which means he's probably online, or will be shortly.
We should do a rendition of Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the jungle!
We got 40Ks.
We got 40Ks!
Yeah, that's it, that's the whole thing.
What do you think?
We got
a reasonable,
we got lots of games to play, some guys give you
Whoa!
Alright, we're gonna delete that bit. Editing. No, we're not. That's fine. Looks like we're just dialing up shots times. So each Venom's going to have 5 shots, 2 from the rifle, 3 from the cannon, and it's got 11. So 55 Venom shots, just a few. A lot of them will be rerolling once they hit monster wound, depending where the Archon is. We got Michael Bass trying to jump on Discord now. It looks like he is targeting Terminus. He's just trying to pick up a unit. Looks like he's not focusing on one unit though, because they'd have range to get one of those front units. But it looks like he's not going for it. He's just going to pluck around the periphery, which is something that's just invented.
Plucked around the periphery.
It's going to pluck around the outsides.
Alright.
He doesn't need to kill him, except for kill. If he's given up getting on kill, maybe he said stuff it and just like, I'm just going to go for Reapers, just going to get early Reapers.
Look, I don't know. If you ever want to get those characters, you've got to, alright, so Simon's picked Headhunter.
But does he? He's got 2 Death Jesters. They can pop the character every turn.
Well,
yeah, they can. Together they can. Well, especially the Gene Steel Co characters. So yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, so he's just picking up Termagants from that top left squad. But yeah, I still think shoot the dizzies first. Unless he's just going to kill Terminus with the dizzies. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, I reckon you're right. He should have shot.
Hey! Oh, Michael, how you doing, brother?
All right, can you hear us coming through, mate?
Yeah, I can hear you guys just fine. How about me?
You are coming through pretty loud and clear on our end, but what I'm going to do is chuck in my Twitch headphones. So many different things to make sure this works.
Mandalore Knight, how you doing, brother? Welcome. Here we go, Ravagers.
I'm just going to have to remember to mute the Down Under stream while I've got Discord open because I'm getting it in stereo, but about 30 seconds delayed.
Okay, yeah. So it looks like we're still just going with Venoms. I thought he was doing a Ravager before, but he's not. What is that? Nice backdrop of boxes. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Pass the ball. We should do something about that next time. We're going to do something about it now.
It's good. He's coming through better than us.
Sick. Sweet beaters though, yeah, man. Oh, you've not seen these before, man, all night. Haven't seen these sweet babies.
Bring it.
Tyrannies versus Eldar. This is.
Just stand up. Yeah, they'll do.
They're sick.
So is Mandalore Knight one of the guys we have to get dice to?
Was that Brendan Knight? So Ben. I have no idea. I have, but both of you together is solid. Okay.
Show that ass.
I don't have much of an ass. I'm more front weighted. You can read into that what you will.
I'm pretty sure we are on dice.
You were flashing your ass in that last stream game, man. Every time you leant over the table, your ass crack was out.
Was it?
I don't think so, but sure, maybe.
There we go.
So how are things with you, Mike? So now that Mike's on, let me just quickly... So Mike is joining us from WA, from the lovely Objective Secure team, the Warhammer Heroes.
They are.
As
voted by the people.
Yeah, voted by the people.
Yeah, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
I'm one half of the team. I should probably clarify there that
Yes. Yep.
Emma and I both were nominated and both won. We're the first Aussies to get the Warhammer Heroes, and it's nice for it to be both of us.
So why don't we, I guess, open the floor? Is there anything, any kind of show that you might want to be plugging?
Oh, look, there's more than a few things I can plug, but our big one is, which you guys, your first stream, I believe, was actually over with us.
It was.
In 2018 at the Southern Hemisphere Open. It's our Western Australian gaming convention we hold. This is the third year we'll be hosting it. We might even have a space for you guys in June 1, 2 and 3 while we have it here in Perth. I'll talk to you about that off air.
Ooh!
What was that? Ooh.
So yeah, we've got, I think it's 19 different tournaments running over those 3 days. 40K, Age of Sigma, Bolt Action, a whole host like X-Wing, a whole host of different games, Malifaux, War Machine, Hordes. Yeah, it's a full-on 3 days of insanity. We do 40K all 3 days. We're doing Titanicus. We're doing 30K. We've got Age of Sigma, Shadespire. Yeah, it's 3 days of utter mania, but we've had to move dates and venues this year. So that's been an extra challenge thrown into the mix.
Yeah. We also met our very... we met the other very lovely Emma, and the team at OTP Terrain.
Matt Emma, yeah?
Yep. At Southern Hemisphere Open.
Who have been our longest sponsor and supporter?
They have. They're an awesome team over there.
It's really funny. I actually had to put a post out a couple of days ago because I had people getting in touch with me saying they'd seen ads for the show that we're obviously running at the moment on Facebook and that sort of thing. And Emma from OTP obviously publicises a lot about the stuff that she's doing. And I had someone get in touch and say, hey, can you please get your Emma to stop doing all this stuff? And I said, well, it's actually two different people.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of confusion in the community here in WA, so I had to clarify that and say, no. One Emma is different to the other Emma.
Yeah.
It's not the same person.
Yeah, it's not one Emma bombarding
Actually-
you with
actually
like
different
tons
humans.
and tons of content.
Yeah.
The only person that bombards on that many channels is this idiot, me.
We've just had Brendan. Is Brendan that?
Yes.
Yes. Draw his attention to our wonderful objectives that we've created.
Yes.
And we have
there are 2 spares, which I'll
we have 30 sets of these being made as we speak right now, and they're going to be sold.
What are they made of?
Sorry.
What are they made of?
They're neoprene mats, so mousepad material.
I was literally looking at doing that for show this year.
Do not do it. Do not cut our lunch like that. That's all right. Yeah. So
We've been doing it for War Machine for the last 2 years for their
exactly.
deployment zones and things.
it's time for 40K to catch up, because these are exactly 6 inches. So
3-inch
3-inch
radius, 6-inch diameter.
you always measure objectives from the center.
Yep.
And it's usually 3 inches from the center. So it's just 3 inch. It's just just 6 inches all the way around from the center.
Yeah.
All the way everywhere. So as long as you're on it, you're holding an objective.
Yep.
So there's no ambiguity. There's no nothing. You chuck it down. If any part of your model is on top of it, you're holding that objective.
Yeah. And the other thing, which is a little harder to see, but hey, we can pick up cameras, so let's just do this. All right. What am I doing? All right, move in.
You can't fucking slide them.
Like you have to,
try and slide
you can
them.
throw it.
Fucking, they don't slide. So
Don't
there's,
slide.
there's no risk of like it moving on the table and shit, which is something that's really annoying because you roll so many dice in a game. You knock them here, you knock them there, you move. Yeah, there's a lot of propensity in a game of 40k just to knock your shit around. We've seen it. We circle them at the start of the game on our overlay.
Yeah.
But then by the end of the game, they're like 6 inches off from where they started.
Mate, Brendan Knight's got some like rippers coming out. 6 inches all the way around. You heard it first from Adam. Yes, so we will be giving 1 set of these away to the ANZ40K Master, Simon, Big Daddy Gojkovic.
Let's not give him to Simon.
Well, when I say give, it's a prize.
He's taking enough from us.
He's taking
enough from this team. By that, everything from me, because he knocked me out last round.
Yeah, so for those that are watching in the last round, Adam
is a top table of the Masters. I went down.
I'm not sure if you've seen this yet, Mike, but I know we were talking about it.
You're showing off your gun again. Any chance he gets to show off his gun?
Yeah, I actually saw that when you were showing it off earlier in the last round.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should call this game a little bit more. True. It looks like that. So there's a top left unit of Gorns. Looks like they've taken some heavy casualties. Looks like there's probably about 12 gone from there.
Possibly.
Oh, I didn't see the heavy bolter.
Yeah.
The stream I'm watching is clearly about 15 seconds or 30 seconds delayed from what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
So
Twitch, unfortunately, no matter what we do on our end, so Twitch allows you to set up a deliberate delay. So obviously, a lot of gamers will live stream their gaming and tournaments and stuff. All right. Now there needs to be a delay, because if there isn't a delay, someone knows where you are, and they can come find you and things like that.
Okay, yeah.
So you can deliberately set up a delay, even if you don't want one. So we have one set at 0. There is a delay with Twitch.
Always is. Nothing to do about it.
So in answer to your question, the ANZ Open is a 2,000 point ITC format event. So is the Masters. It is a bracketed system. If you want to know what that means, basically it uses we had it first, but it uses, if you're looking for something to read up on, the Shadespire Grand Clash player pack, or rules pack, or tournament pack, whichever part of the world you live in. Basically, you get broken into brackets based on how many wins you've got, and then top plays bottom in each bracket.
yeah, which is something that you and I worked through for show last year.
Yes, and something that we've done at Masters for Vic Masters, I think, for 3 years. ANZ Masters at least for 2.
Ooh, Simon.
I think our next event's actually using it as well for 40k.
So Simon's just done something pretty bold here.
It's a bold move card.
That unit of witches he's just put out there. I think they're witches. Because you said there was only witches in the bottom right-hand corner, yeah? One in the Cowboys, 2 into witches. Like it. The chances are they're witches. So he's going to walk in and he's going to try and tap 2 units of termagants and shard net them both. So they can't fall back, they can't move, which stops up and blocks up Stuart Trainer from 4 in there.
But the good thing as well, they're cursed blade from memory on that army list, which means that you're only losing 1 from morale if you do start losing in combat. So that shard is going to be the last to go.
It is 4 witches, you are correct,
Yeah.
and they have engaged 2 units of gaunts.
So he's going to try and stop both of those from falling back, which means 60 gaunts don't get to move in his turn past the move and consolidate. That's no spreading out, that's no advancing, that's no charging in their turn. That's 1 unit of 5 witches have just set Stuart Trainer's board control back by a turn.
It looks like those witches have actually only held up 1 unit of gaunt.
Okay.
There are some violins, but we'll see how that goes.
The chances of what will likely, looking at the game, be, 10 gaunts to fight?
Yep.
9 at best, I reckon.
Yeah. So the chances of them killing 4 witches are pretty low.
Not very high. Hitting on 4s, and he'll have a 4 up invuln, and 6 up feel no pain. Yeah, there's no way they can.
Do you know what combat drug they've got, Div? Can you see that from where you are?
+2 movement, and then they have the +1 power from pain.
Yeah, so that's the reroll charge range for turn 1.
+2 to his move, getting out the venom, and then reroll charge. So very well played out by Simon.
And they've also got enough attacks between the 4 of them that they'll probably clear half a dozen gaunts.
Yeah. So it looks like we're straight into turn 1, and it looks like he's advanced that unit of gaunts on the far left. It looks like that's all that's left of. Oh no, that's still the continuation unit. I thought he'd cut that unit down to only a couple left. Have we got any squirrels coming in? We've got 1 primary so far.
They're filling in that now.
Yep. So
no kills.
kills, yeah. So it's just gonna be
He did get a kill.
and a Reaper point.
He did get a kill.
Yeah, what did he get?
1 of the units of gaunts, I think. Yeah.
This list with Simon's, the amount of poison that this thing shoots. I mean, I played a similar Drakari army for many years, and he's definitely got enough guns to deal with all those gaunts.
Absolutely, he does, man. And he's not even. He did that without being in rapid fire range. He has twice as many shots he could put out to what he did last time.
Those venoms only get more dangerous as they get closer.
Exactly right. But he'll dance out and stay at max range until he thinks he needs to come into the kill, and then he'll come in and he'll wipe 2 units.
The beauty of those is those are flesh borer gaunts from memory when I saw the list. So maximum threat's 18. If he hits those venoms at just under 24 inches, he's still putting out 5 shots.
Exactly right. And no threat of reprisal at all. And look, gaunts are really bad at killing venoms, guys. They're going to be hitting them on 5s, wounding them on 5s. It's not good.
And then you've got a 4-up armor save.
Exactly
and
right.
Black Heart, which I think most assignments are. They've got feel no pain as well.
There's only 1 that's not. He's got 10 Black Heart and 1 that's not.
Yeah, there's one venom that is from the Witch battalion, the Cursed Blade, and then the rest are Blackheart. I'm not sure if it makes a huge difference, but I'm trying to check which one might be that. Is there any real context or relevance of which one might be which?
Not really.
Well, the Cursed Blade one won't get the feel no pain, but it will get strength 6 in combat.
So just for the context, guys.
Just out of curiosity, which one's the Cursed Blade?
Simon has 2 blue ones.
It's the blue one. Yeah, so it's the blue one at the front.
Yeah. There's the 2 blue ones, and one of them's always the Cursed Blade. So that's cool.
Yeah. It's a lot of venoms.
It is. And look, Stuart hasn't got any chance of changing the status quo this turn. 18-inch range on his smites, so he's only going to be able to smite out those witches this turn. Really, realistically. So he's got 4
Smite's
witches.
going to be the best way to shift them.
Yeah.
Which has blocked up all his Zoanthrope.
Yeah.
Because Simon's and he got him here to charge there in the turn. So really good work by Simon. It's nice having a posse, just a bloke to sit there and just like, yeah, that's right. So yeah, it looks like he's going to have pretty ineffectual cycle trays because all he's going to do is be in range to smite out 4 witches. 4 witches. They'll get punted for sure, but he's just going to do a repositioning. It looks like he's trying to swing around to this side of the table with his gaunts and occupy all this, which is probably the right play. But the problem is there's no objectives there. There's only 1 objective.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's decided to go all the way over there.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying the Stealer units, because he's got a Supreme Command of Gene Stealer Cole, are they on the table?
He doesn't got Steelers, does he?
They were blips. They will be on the table now.
Unless
so
he's paid CP to put him in reserve. From
there
the table.
is an Abominant, a Magus, and a Patriarch.
No, he hasn't got
No, I
any.
didn't say Gene Stealers. I meant like Gene Stealer Cult.
Oh, okay, yeah, Gene Stealer Cole, yeah.
So they are. There's an Aberrant here, for sure. I didn't see where the other characters went.
I know there's one here. Yeah, and there was a blip here. He replaced with a model up there.
Okay,
And
so
there's
they're
three of them
fairly
at least.
central.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only one that's going to be relevant here is, I guess it would only be the Abominant for the right now, because everything else is just going to be psychic stuff, which isn't going to have a huge impact.
Is the Sniper dude really going to do anything at this point?
If I was him, I'd try. Well, yeah, he could
Take out the
Curtain Fall,
Death Jester.
the Curtain Fall Death Jester, for sure. That is 100% what he should do. Getting him down is big, because that'll protect so many of your characters in return.
Yep.
So many. Because that's another reason why the onus is all on Stuart. Because Simon's got the killing power in the different layers. The Dizzies are good against the Zoanthropes. The Venoms are good against Gaunts. The Death Jesters are good against characters. Hell, the Troop Master and the Solitaire are good against characters as well.
Yep.
I do think he's done the right thing. He's not left. Only worry I have is where you said that said that Abominant's there. Yeah.
Yep.
There's a gap. There's a big enough gap to get a Solitaire in there.
Oh, massive gap.
Massive gap to get a Solitaire in there, and then past that, there's a unit of Zoanthropes, and then I think there's another character here, and that's his Malanthrope, which is 100% what he wants to get.
Yeah.
If that Solitaire
Bliss
is there, 30 inches, I think gets him there.
Potentially.
I think potentially gets him there. That's 24. That's not 30.
Most
man.
of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if he gets that Solitaire on that Malanthrope, this game doesn't get past turn 3, I don't think, without Stewie getting wiped. Losing the
The problem is the Malanthrope's not infantry.
still gonna have 12 to 14. Still gonna have 12 attacks, hitting on 2s, winning on.
No, it's going to have 10 attacks.
Sorry.
It's only 10 attacks.
Yeah, 12 against me.
Yeah, if it takes a wound on Overwatch, he can burn a CP for Fiery Pits of Torment, which gives him +2.
That's it. Yep.
So he's going to have 10 attacks going in. He's going to get 8 or 9 hits, and then he's only strength 4 if he's doing the D3 damage from the Kiss. So he's only wounding on 5s, and then the Malanthrope's a threat involved.
He's got Kegarax Rose, so he's strength 6. So he's winning on 3s re-rolling.
Kegarax Rose is only strength 4. It's a standard Harlequin's Kiss that's flat 3 damage versus infantry. He gets +2 strength from Fiery Pits of Torment.
No, Kegarax Rose is +2 strength, dude.
It's not.
He's a Harlequin player.
Okay.
He gets the +2 strength from the.
Fiery Pits of Torment gives him +2 strength and +2 attacks when he takes a wound on Overwatch.
When he got the extra attacks, he went the extra strength then. Wasn't from the road.
Yeah, both.
Kissed by Rose.
That's why we have guys on.
Yeah, you're bringing up the Codex.
Oh, the geese.
This is one of my favourite armies to play, so
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, we're talking to a Harlequin player here. So, has First Blood 2 happened yet, or is that coming?
no, that's next weekend.
Next weekend, yes. And has that sold out as well?
No, I think we're about 45 or 46 for that one.
Is that the ITC missions?
Yeah, it's our first ITC event, yeah.
Yeah. Still a solid turnout. Like, I mean, you've been pretty lucky, or I say lucky very loosely, obviously. You've worked very hard to get there, but the WA scene was not doing that flash for a long time there as far as, large events. You had a lot of regulars, but the new blood didn't appear to be really coming through. And the last couple of years, you guys are dominating the attendance levels.
Yeah, it's been really positive to see the reception from the community, because obviously it's always a big risk with this stuff. We've invested a lot of time and money to get where we are. But at the same time, the community has been really receptive to it, which is obviously why we've been able to do what we've been able to do. So, been very fortunate to have the support we have.
Yep.
So here you go, Adam. Torments to the Fiery Pit is a 1 CP strat. Used on a Harlequin. Use this stratagem in the fight phase before attacking with a Harlequin character from your army that has lost any wounds this battle round. until the end of the phase. Increase the strength and attacks by 2.
Yep.
So is that what he used
Yeah.
against you instead? Yeah.
Yeah, he'll have taken a win on Overwatch, I assume, and then
Yeah,
then
so-
burnt the CP.
Yeah. So I fucked up there because I SMS'd Solitaire and took the wind off. and he went into Riptides, which he would have been winning on 6s. Oh, sorry, winning on 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually,
Yeah,
it didn't matter about Riptides.
But would it have been better if you if you Overwatched and you killed him? That would have been good, wouldn't
Well, I
it?
couldn't see him, so
So it's just SMS.
SMS, never going to kill him.
Yeah, so and that's what I was saying earlier. I don't think he can take the Malin Throat with the Solitaire in 1 round. I think at that point he'd be having to either burn 3 more CP to fight a second time.
Yeah, 100% he'll do that as well. 100% he'll do that.
Or if he's lucky, he actually dies and then only has to burn 2 CP.
Yeah.
And then gets +1s to strength and attacks anyway from the Midnight Sorrow strat.
And look, so he has the ability to go in and see. Usually, what he'd like to do. I don't know what this guy is. I don't know what that is. Is that just his own throat?
Those characters you said.
Yeah, no, that first guy. So this guy right here. Is that just his own throat, or is that his neuro throat? So I think it's his neuro throat. Because if that's his neuro, he goes in between the two, attacks everything into the neuro, and attacks everything. He probably attacks the Malin throat first, sees if he kills it, and then attacks again into the neuro throat, and then he gets 2 headhunter points, which would be big.
Yeah, so basically you've got the Aberrant's where we thought he was. We've got the Patriarch, if I'm getting that one right, and the Magus. No, that's the Sniper dude up at the top here. And the Magus dude. The Magus is kind of in the back center. And the models around that you were pointing at before, Adam, were the Zoanthropes. Neurothropes?
Yeah, so the Zoanthropes and 2 Neurothropes there.
Yeah, so the Neurothropes are right at the back, and the Zoanthropes are all up in that grill.
So there's the Neuros right there. And yeah, so this Zoanthropes. Little mushroom man. All these little legs.
1, 2 wounds, 3 wounds, sorry.
Alright. Any updates? Oh yeah, what's the update on the Peter versus land game?
Alright, so I'm not seeing a Land Raider, so that's I'm assuming shock attack gun.
Did he take a relic shock attack gun, I wonder?
Yeah, he does. I took him 2 turns to kill it though, unlike killing 1 shadow sword a turn.
1 more assault.
Looking at Down Under Pairings, it's a close game. It's still only 3-1.
Pete says you heard it here on Down on the Network.
He hasn't chucked this.
You heard it here on Down on the Network that Land Raiders are better than Shadow Swords.
So just letting you know, Josh, the Solitaires come out to play. And he's getting backed up by Venom as well. Can you confirm that's his Solitaire?
That is 100% the Solitaire.
Yeah, he's gonna butcher that Aberrant, and he might pile in again and probably kill half the friggin' Termagant squad if he wants.
Has that Abominant got any anything spent on it? Any warlord traits or any upgrades or anything?
I don't think so. Double check. Nah, no,
I don't think so.
He's bare bones.
And I'm assuming he blitzed together.
Yeah, he would go for a
Yeah, so we've got some witches coming out. More witches, I should say, because there were already witches out.
He's unloaded a lot of witches this turn.
Yeah.
So we got a witch squad, Needs to put something here, and then something around this area. So much fun. That's a bit of noisy noise. It looks like he's going to all in this turn. He's pushed up a Venom over this side, and another Venom there. He's going all in. This is the turn he wants to cripple. I'm not sure if he needs to do it this turn. I don't think it matters. I think whenever he decides to go all in, he's going to do a hell of a lot of damage. How did he get... Oh, he got 3 crime because he's got hold more. He's got hold more, and he got a kill for Stuart. And I don't know what the secondary guy is.
Who? This is Simon.
No, for Stuart. What secondary did he get?
So
We can look.
Turn 1, we got Stuart got kill 1, kill more, hold 1, while Simon just got kill and hold 1.
Yep.
And Simon got 1 Reaper, 1 Recon, and Stuart got 1 Butcher's Build.
What was the other unit he killed? Yeah, I didn't see him kill 2
A
units.
unit of Witches.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see him kill 2 units. We'll find out later.
I don't know.
That's alright. Like, look, Simon's knows what he's doing.
Does he? No, he does.
Well, if he doesn't know what he's doing, he just towed me up so well.
But
I
you
look
don't.
pretty
You
bad.
definitely don't know what you're doing.
No, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never known what I'm doing, guys. I'm not one of those privileged few who know what they're doing. I just live a life of confusion.
So big shout out to our sponsors, Knights of Dice. Head over to knightsofdice.com and in the discount code of the shopping cart, use the code ANZ40K 2019.
How much percentage off is it?
15% off
15%.
until next Friday, which is the 15th of March.
Yeah.
And that's on pretty much everything except their already discounted products.
Yeah.
And so
That's solid, isn't it?
that's a massive discount.
Really is.
Like when we were talking about it, I was Sitar,
Like 5% or something.
honestly, I was thinking like 10% at best.
Yeah. It's like
These guys,
15.
yeah, awesome,
Amazing.
awesome lad. Viv used to run the Battle Bunker out of Northcote, which is my first friendly gaming store. I actually was the president of the gaming club at one stage.
Can you see what's happening here?
He's boxing him in.
He's boxed him right in. He's going to charge him with everything. He's going to try and get... So we've got 2 units of witches. We have 2 units of witches that are with shard nests that are going to go here, and they're going to lock this unit down. And so then when he puts the 3 venoms in, they can't be shot, they can't be targeted. He's got venoms up here as well that are going to pin off this unit of termagants.
Yep.
And once they are locked in against once the witches are locked in against them, there's nothing you can do about that. I can't get rid of that last dot.
What have you done?
And then the top right, he's done the
There we
same
go.
thing. He's pushed his venoms up to again put pressure there. Look,
And there's some witches there, I think.
Yeah, which is there. So
Yeah.
he's gonna, man, this is gonna be a very dominant turn. I expect this turn to go for about half an hour, guys, because that's what happened with me in Simon's turn 2. He's like, I'm gonna take about a third of my time is gonna be in this one turn, but it's not gonna matter. Like,
Yeah.
so he tabled me with, I think he had 6 minutes left on the clock, and I had 37 minutes.
It's pretty brutal.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
He used all his little time. And like we were talking, yeah. I was like, what happens when I've got a full strength Riptide left and you've clocked out, and I've got 3 or 4 turns left?
Oh, mate.
And I'm like, he still wins.
No.
He's gonna get hold and hold more every turn because I got 1 Riptide. I can't get hold more off him.
Yeah, but you're going to get kill and
Kill
kill more.
more, and Headhunter whatever I want. So, and the problem was, that 1 Riptide in 3 turns couldn't pick me up a Butcher's Bill. Off a one wound Venom and characters. Couldn't get me Butcher's Bill. So bad. So bad, man.
Finest violin, mate.
It is. Yeah,
Finest
I
violin.
put 9.
Good Tau scum.
I put 9. I am Tau scum. I am now. Yeah, total Tau scum. I put 9 wounds on a Death Jester with a 4-up save.
Yep.
He plus 8.
Yeah, I saw that.
Plus 8 4 pluses, man. What can you do against such savagery? Against such reckless hate? What can fish cows do?
Fish cows.
The tuna beef. Fish cow tuna beef, man. Whatever you want to call them. They have hooves and gills. They're fucking fish cows.
So there's surf and turf.
Surf and turf. Very nice. Look, I love that Master Strider comment. Bloody witches is so good. Bloody witches is so good. I love that. Because witches have been a joke for the better part of 10 years. So having witches be a playable asset in your army, I love that. Very, very good for the game.
That's why I'm in IT.
So I believe he's left 1 character on that objective. Yeah, he has. There's 1 character back there on that objective. I've got to assume that's his...
Be an Archon.
Or a Lemire.
Could be a Leman.
That's what the Lemires are for, man. I wish I knew more about the Lemires when I was playing Simon.
It'd make sense if it was a Lemian.
That is the easiest kill point ever to pick up. They're not characters. They've only got 2 wounds. The toughest 3. Just like, doop, here's a kill, and doop, there's a kill more. And a Butcher's Bill. So...
Yeah, but this Tyranid army is not going to have an easy go at killing that model, though.
No, there's no chance for him to kill that model. You can't get to it. Especially when he's not leaving his...
I mean, the Sanctus is probably the best bet, but I can't tell where he is on the table at the moment.
He is. I'll point him out. So basically, we've got the Sanctus dude up here, who's effectively on a level of a ruins. He's got a bit of height.
You still won't be able to see him from there.
No, that's line of sight blocking at the bottom. That's that guy. He's got the Magus or Magus in here somewhere. He's got a Patriarch here, a Broodlord here, and Aberrant here.
Yep. And he's got his 2 Neuros right next to...
No, he does not. He has 2 Neuros here and here.
Yep.
They're not all the way over here. They're just regular zones.
Oh, that's right point. Whatever.
Yeah. It wasn't. You pointed at regular zones. Yes.
So that's Solitaire. I'm assuming he blitzed, did he?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, how far can you go without blitzing?
They move 12 flat and they can still advance and charge, so it's 12 plus a d6.
Or you can go...
But if he's blitzed, it's extra.
No, that was blitz. That was pretty.
I think you go max. I think go max at 30 inches on a blitz.
You can move 30 if you go 666, or you burn a CP to make sure the advance is a flat 6, so you're going 18 plus 2d6, and then you can still charge.
Exactly right. I assume he didn't get the 30 because I was pretty sure he could have gone further with the 30 inches. So he's probably got like a 22, 24 somewhere. Which is still plenty. He's still going to go punk that Aberrant. And this was...
I don't know, man. I think that Aberrant might, like, with a bit of luck, that Aberrant lives.
I don't think so.
I think
Aberrant
if
toughness 4, toughness 5.
Toughness 5.
I see his infantry.
And it's
damage.
But it's also 5 up, feel no pain for every wound, and it reduces the damage by 1. So the Kegerax rose and it does 2 damage instead of 3.
He's got 6 runes?
5.
5, yeah. I don't think it's good odds. Look, you're absolutely right. Bit of luck. He could survive. And also, I want to let you know, see where the witches are. They are totally going to enclose and wrap that Solitaire after he's attacked.
He doesn't care.
Sorry?
He doesn't care with that, though.
No. What I mean is he's going to attack he's going to go in with the Solitaire, attack the Abominate, and then he's going to pile in with the witches, and he's going to wrap around the Solitaire so it can't be shot and it can't be smited. He's going to have to smite through the witches first.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the easiest way to kill a Solitaire, 2 smites. Bang, bang.
Oh, the easiest way to kill a Solitaire is let me use it. I swear mine's cursed. Doesn't matter what I do with him, he dies every game. Yeah. And he doesn't die spectacularly. He dies to like 3 shuriken catapults or some dumb thing like that.
So I like what Simon does here. See the purple dice? Every time he shoots something, he puts a purple dice in front of it to signify that it's shot. So there's no confusion, there's no fucking about.
On an army with this many models, it makes sense to try and keep track of it in some way.
Exactly right. Exactly right, man. Yeah. Hey, good, man. How you doing? Did you watch my game?
I did, yeah. I got to watch your game at the start of today, yeah. I didn't see it yesterday because I had school commitments with family, but yeah, I got to watch this morning's game.
Nice. I wish there was a better one. I learned a lot from that game. Well, the first thing I learned was that I don't have anywhere near enough experience with my army. There was like four big things I could have done to make that a hell of a lot more of a game, and now I've learned all of them, so hopefully I don't make a mistake again. But
look, Tau versus Drakari, particularly this style of Drakari army, is always going to be a hit and miss.
He's got
so many more matches you in firepower.
He's got so many more tricks than I do, and it was very much the case of this being that was literally my 6th game with Tau versus a guy who's probably got 600 hundreds of games with Dark Elder. There's a massive disparity in experience there. So he knew exactly what he needed to do to pull me apart, and I only had a vague understanding of how to make that a game. So it was big. So he knew how to win. I knew how to maybe make it competitive.
Oh, look, you can't take anything away from Simon. No, he's
man.
a hell of a general.
Absolutely, so skillful. Looks like we are picking up. He's demolishing this unit of Termagants. So this unit of Termagants is getting the pain laid on them.
Splinter weapons in the world.
Yeah, getting the blast open. It looks like he's already he's thinning out on the top. This top unit as well. So he's lost a few here. Just looking to see how many purples he's got down so far. I know, it looks like he's finished shooting. All the purples are getting picked up. Yep, shooting has been completed. He's actually looking pretty thin with the termagants. There can't be more than 70 left. I think this might be some... Oh, yeah, just poking some more wounds in there. Yep, some more termagants been picked up. There's absolutely bugger all left. And it's charge time. The Venoms are about to pile in, charge everybody. Because Venoms actually aren't horrible in combat. They're actually not terrible. They hit on 4s, don't they? It's strength 5. Can someone confirm what Venoms hit on for me? I can't by looking it up.
5. Base strength 5, but
Yeah,
that's at 0 AP, or you can use the Blade Veins weapon that they come equipped with, which is only strength 4, but it's neg 1 AP.
which I think's to go here. Giving the termagants won't get a
Yeah,
strength.
there's no point in strength 5 at this point.
You still win them on 3s. Strength 5
Yeah. So you take the minus 1 AP, deny them their save, and then murder. I mean, they're hitting on 4s for Dark Elder vehicles, which is great. 3 attacks each. You know, you can probably kill 2 Termagants of Venom at that stage with little to no risk.
Yeah. So it looks like he's charging the witches now, and I think he's declared everybody within 12 inches. Or was that the solitaire, and he's declared everything within 12 inches? So I think he wants him to overwatch him and take the wound off, of course. So let's just see if he takes the bait.
He could.
Well, logically you do, yeah. If you don't know about it, you're like, oh yeah, extra wounds on a solitaire, I'll take that.
I like killing things.
I like killing solitaires. Feels good, man. What's he gone? He's just gone to the aberrant. But I think he's pointed to the Malanthrope as a target as well, which he's gonna try and pile in past it, and then when he second activate, he can pile in.
He'll be looking for a second fight.
Yeah. So good, man. Shit. So good.
The good part about it is, even if he whiffs against the aberrant then pops him, because he's Midnight Sorrow, he can just burn the 2 CP and fight again before he dies anyway.
I don't think there's any way the aberrant makes it out of this without dying. It's just whether
I don't know, man. Like, I've just been playing about in Math Hammer, and the solitaire barely kills him on average.
Well, that's what I mean. It's just whether he needs to attack him twice or not. I think he kills it no matter what.
Yeah.
It's just whether he has to burn the CP. Of course, it's really good. It's really good for. It's actually probably better for him not to kill him and make him burn the 3 CP and then pick him up in his turn with smites and.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't actually want to kill him with the Abominant, but the chances of that Abominant killing the solitaire with only 3 attacks hitting on 4s.
Exactly right.
Pretty low.
3+ involved. It's true.
If he sneaks one through and gets a couple of hits through with the, I'm assuming he's got the heavy power hammer.
He's just stock. So whatever comes with stock.
He's just stock.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of combat. This is such a long turn. We might have to we've got a timer check. So it looks like Simon's on 49 minutes left, and Stuart is. Oh, we're going to get Matt number 1 Morrisoli.
So
Give us your view on the game as well.
that Abominant could kill that solitaire. Not likely, but
What was that? The aberrant could, but probably won't. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
yeah. It's so it's strength 12, neg 3, d6 damage, and any 1s or 2s count as 3 for damage.
Yeah, 3+ for damage. It's pretty good.
But it's only 3 attacks hitting on 4s.
Yeah, actually, it's not good. So
So yeah, it could, but I don't think it will.
Stuart, 45%.
So an hour and 8 minutes left on the board for Stuart, and 48 you said. Simon.
105 for Stuart, 48 for Simon.
That's exactly what happened in my game. So in my turn 2, Simon literally used about 35-40 minutes, but he killed and tied up 3/4 of my army. So it doesn't really matter in the end.
It's exactly like Simon's game with Liam.
Yeah.
He's going to give Stuart and Liam things to kill this turn.
Yeah.
Stuart will probably kill most of them, but he'll spread him so thin.
Yeah. Big insights from the number 1 Australian player in Australia. Let's say Australian player in the world. Technically,
He
that's
is the
true.
number 1 Australian player in the
Technically,
world.
that's true.
Well, arguably. Eric's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, rank guys.
Hi guys.
So, brother, we've got Adam Napier from South Australia heading off. See
Or territory.
you there?
Peace.
This is
Dropping
true.
out of the 5th round of the event.
just like I did. I dropped out for noble reasons to do coverage because I actually missed it.
Mate.
I missed this.
I've had multiple people ask me last night at dinner, would I prefer to stream or play? And I said, I don't want to never play again. Like, I still want to play. But if I had a choice, I'd pick stream every time.
Right now, I pick streaming, which is why I'm
so
here.
Much fun.
Yeah, it's so good.
We get to trash talk.
And oh boy, do we trash talk. How many Termingers do you think are dead? I think 60 to 70 are dead. I think they're half gone.
Yeah, those Venoms did a huge amount of work in the shooting phase, and they came off in handfuls.
Matt, it's 2 turns, and he's killed like 60 to 70 Termingers. And the first turn, none of them.
The Drakari's always been an army to deal with monster-style, mass horde armies. They do really well because their poison just is so efficient in that regard.
Man, they were so good against me last
When you stack that with witches, the way Simon has, they just do work.
Yeah. So he had 5 Venoms shoot one of my Riptides on 3 wounds.
Yep.
I think statistically he does like 1 wounds through my 2+. He did 4 because I rolled shitty. Yep. And bam, that's the difference. Like just the fact of just laying enough, and yeah, constant just goes down. He's got. Yeah, it looks like he's cleared that. So he's cleared a big bubble of Termagants on the right to those top two Venoms. It looks like he's piling in into middle. Man, there might not be. There's got it looks like there's only going to be like 1 unit of Venoms left at the end of this. I will also notice that the Aberrant is gone, and that the Solitaire has piled in his Consolidate. Can you circle that for us when you get a chance?
Sure can.
So the Solitaire is right there, guys. So the Abominant has been punted. That's the Solitaire right there. And so he got there with his Consolidate after killing the Abominant.
Yep.
He's going to make it to the Malanthrope. He's going to make it with his next activate. And it's just whether or not he pulls him down. Any ideas what the stats on the Malanthrope is? 6 wounds? 8 wounds. Toughness 5, yeah? T6.
Yeah, Malanthrope's reasonably decent. I mean, it's not going to fight back well, but it's going to be relatively durable.
Yeah, they actually are quite durable. We hear they got a 4+ invuln. We don't know if that's confirmed.
I'm just going to double check that.
I know they're toughness 5 or 6 minimum, which doesn't matter for the Solitaire. Either way, there's winning on 5s. And then it's. I thought he had 6 or 7 wounds, but it turns out he might have 8. In which case,
I'm just looking it up now. 1 sec.
4+. If he's got a 4+ invuln, the Solitaire's not going to get through him unless he dies.
So the Malanthrope.
Happen either.
Malanthrope is toughness 5, 9 wounds.
Invuln?
Not that I can see. It's a 5+ armor save. That is in the Warp and Synapse. -1 to hit at range.
That gets interesting for him then. So
he deals a 4+. If he deals a 4+, he deals a mortal wound at the end of the fight phase to enemy units.
Doesn't matter. So he's
going to reroll 1s, and that's it.
He's literally going to have his 9 wounds and his 6+ feel. He's got 6+ armor, 6+ feel no pain to protect his 9 wounds from 10 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 5s, rerolling.
5s.
He might live. He actually might live. I think he'll live. Yeah, I think he'll live. Are you supposed to be coming through here? Because I can't hear you. Cool.
What time is it over in WA?
I don't know. What time is it in WA, Matt?
Just before lunchtime, just before 12.
Nice.
Would you say this is Basque to the future?
Organise surprises stuff. So you cool?
I shouldn't have found that funny.
It was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, look, he gets points for that. It was pretty good.
That's pretty good, man.
No, but I reckon the Malanthrope's going to survive this pretty comfortably.
Yeah, I think he takes like 6 wounds, 5 or 6 wounds. I think he's just fine.
Look, I reckon he's probably alive on 1 or 2, is my guess.
So doing the maths, so 10 attacks hit on 2s, so he's probably going to get 8 hits, wound on 5s, re-rolling, so 3. He's probably going to get 5 wounds, and they do D3 each. So let's say there's 10 wounds, 6 by 6. Probably.
I work it out to be 7 to 8.
Yeah, probably takes 7. Yeah. Actually, you're right. You're probably right.
So Simon's already won the Masters. Is he going to go Basque to Basque?
Stop it, man. Cracking me up too much. It's just your humor's too good. Looks like we've got some termagants piling, which means all the attacking has been done, because shit knows he's not going to interrupt with termagants. Man, so every termagant in front of his zoanthropes has been cleared at this point, with the exception of one little nugget of termagants here, and it looks like he's got a 30-man left, probably at the back here. Not sure if that's another unit, or that's one big one. Such brutality. I mean, at this point, what has Simon even lost?
This is literally one of the best matchups Simon could have actually asked for, though.
He's built to do this.
This was always going to be bad for the Tyranids.
So when I saw Simon's list, I was like, this is a good CanCon list, because CanCon was dominated by hordes. And I was looking at the field for the Masters, and I was like, I'm not sure how it's going to go here. But we didn't have the armies that... So the one army that I thought would have poleaxed him was Knights. I thought he can't scratch the Knights, especially not a 2+ Knight. Like 2+ Knight, he can shoot his whole army at it for 6 turns, and he won't half kill it.
No, the Ravagers with disintegrator cannons.
That's right.
An Archon backing them up will threaten a Knight, but they're not likely going to kill it in a turn. It'll take 2 or maybe 3 to do it.
Like one Crusader Knight kills a Ravager and a half in a turn, which means 2 turns the Ravagers are gone. And
exactly.
That's just one Crusader. So I thought that would be the one where this list would fall down, but I think he's played Knights. I think he only played a single Knight, and I think he just walked over it because, well, he's here.
He played 3 Knights.
He played 3 Knights.
3 Knights, 11 Assassins, and he tabled it. Simon the Magician.
Simon the Magician. If you didn't hear that, he played against triple Knights and 7 Assassins.
11 Assassins.
11 Assassins. Triple Knights.
Oh, yeah, I know the list. Yeah.
And he tabled it, apparently. So.
To be fair, it was the old Assassins.
Yeah, it's not the new Assassins. That list gets so much scarier, like, next week. Terrifying next week. Dude, you want to jump on? Sit down for it. You're going to be here.
Move over.
You'll have to get up when Diffie gets back.
Oh, okay.
No, you go. Trolled. I look good from this angle. This is my good side. Woo! Yeah. Alright, Matt number 1 Morrisoli's just jumped in the hot seat. For our lovely viewers, you deserve the best. He's the best according to the rankings.
Oh, Eric's better.
Us who know better. Like, nah.
I'm just watching you guys now with the time delay playing friggin' chair tag.
Beautiful. Can you ever with your elf eyes see what's in the clock?
Not now, but look, I would imagine we're still in Simon's turn. He was down to 48 before. He's probably down to
30.
just I think just over
30.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Stuart won't have used much more. But look, Stuart hasn't taken anything away from Simon, right? His turn's going to take longer because Simon still has his whole army.
So Simon hasn't lost any damage output, any efficiency. He's lost witches. That's it, man. Like
he'll lose some venoms here. He'll lose 2, maybe 3 here, but
this is, I believe, this is the Solitaire hitting against the. This will be the Solitaire versus the Malanthrope. Here comes the reroll to wounds. Yeah, it's got to be the Solitaire. Nothing else is rerolling to wound like that. Looks like he's only got 3 wounds. 5 wounds. 5 wounds. 6 ups. Ooh. Saved. Did he save 3? He's going to CP 1. I saved 2. Oh no.
he saved 3.
No way.
So he's failed 2?
Yep.
Yeah, so the Malanthrope definitely lives.
Here's his damages out.
Oh no, must be. Well, he's taken 6.
Yeah, he's taken 6.
It must have been 3 flat.
Yeah, so how's he doing 3 flat? Should be D3 against the Malanthrope.
No, they're D3s. Unless the Malanthrope's infantry.
No. Maybe it has. It may very well have the infantry keyword.
I'm just going to quickly double check while we're here. No, it doesn't. It's a monster. So it's D3s, not flat 3.
Okay. We'll see if we might not be attacking it, maybe attacking the Neurothrope. Who knows? Because there's a Neurothrope you could be in base contact with there as well. It looks like he didn't take that many anyway, so it's probably not going to matter in the scheme of things.
That's a good result for Stuart.
It is. Looks like he's attacking back. He's done 2 wounds. 3 ups. I think he's failed 1. Yep, he's failed 1. We've got 2 attacks and he's just some more venoms. And so it looks like the Solitaire's taking a wound or 2. Yep, looks like he's taken at least 1 wound.
Well, the Malanthrope's D3 in combat.
Yeah, that'll be the D3 rolled out.
Well, it's just about to smite. It gets smited out anyway.
Yeah, he's gonna smite it. Can he attack when he dies from smites?
What's that?
Can he attack when he dies from smites, or is it just fighting in the fight phase?
No, it's done when you're killed in the fire phase.
Yeah, I thought so. But because that would be crazy. So good. But mind you, he'd be insane to stay in combat with him.
Oh, absolutely.
You gotta fall back. Mind you, it is funny when they shoot you with your fusion pistols when you fall back.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But how does Stuart get some points out of this position?
Well, look, let's be real. All right, we're playing on top table for the win here. It actually, if you lose, it actually doesn't matter. Like, if you lose, you're out.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you get second regardless.
It's why I'm sitting here.
Well, actually, sorry. From this point of view, do not fucking dare. If you lose, you get second. It actually doesn't matter how many points you get, right? So
Yeah.
Stuart basically has to look at the points.
He's got second.
Say,
in the
how can I make a big ballsy play to try and get a win?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter how big you lose.
It's what 1 point win, a 30 point win doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So look, he's still got all his zone throws.
What's holding objective 1? Is that just a venom and a handful of witches?
Broodlord just went down there.
I think the Solitaire was attacking the Broodlord.
The one on the sort of the street in the top left of the camera.
So I'll just tell you what's happened here, guys. So,
There's a venom on their bask. Yep.
So he was attacking the Broodlord with the Solitaire. He killed the Broodlord. The Broodlord attacked on death, killed the Solitaire. And now it's whether he attacks with the Solitaire now, and for the third attack. It's probably what he wanted.
Yeah.
It's probably what Simon freaking wanted, putting his Solitaire in. And now is he going to attack with his Solitaire again? I don't look like he is.
But how did the Broodlord fight?
He fought on death.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
He killed the Broodlord, which is why he had the 6 damage against him. And then he paid 2 CP, killed the Solitaire, and it doesn't look like Simon's paid for the Solitaire attack to a fight on death. Probably because he's done the math and he knows he can't kill them now.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And there's no point. I think he needs a CPU now anyway. He can't have many left.
We haven't got an update there, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably has to use that.
It's 2 for the Solitaire to fight once more.
Yeah, he's already paid 3 for him to fight again. So you'd be putting 5 into that Solitaire this turn. And he's not going to be killing the Malanthrope. So he's probably just giving it off as a bad go. But he's got 2 headhunter points for that 1 Solitaire. So I think that's a hell of a trade.
Oh, just
definitely
that?
worthwhile.
No.
What? He's doing some roaming for us.
So, yeah, mate.
Can you confirm for us that he attacked the Broodlord, killed it, the Broodlord attacked, killed the Solitaire?
The question is, did the Broodlord attack and kill the Solitaire? The Malanthrope got the job done. So the Solitaire fought 3 times in total, but now he's got reroll 1s pretty much army-wide because the Malanthrope killed something.
Okay.
So he did burn 5 CP on it then.
Yeah, he did pay the
Yeah.
CP. So, but that doesn't say the status quo. It's just interesting that the Malanthrope pulled down the Solitaire.
Yeah.
He must have rolled shitty on those 3 ups. He killed the Broodlord then. So he just killed the Broodlord. The Broodlord didn't attack. The Malanthrope just killed the Solitaire. Yeah. We got a question. Master Strider, how do you reckon Custodes would go in the Masters meta? Pretty good. Yeah, well.
Yeah, alright. I suppose good cut back. Alright.
The beta rules were allowed, weren't they? The new Forge World release with the Calidus tanks and the Orions.
Yeah. Well, the Orion with -2 to hit is friggin' phenomenal. Absolutely. Godly.
Those accelerated guns on the Calidus tanks are insane.
Dude, what's the little one? What's the little grab pack?
Oh, the Palavis?
So for those interested between Pete Patel and Liam Hackett, G-Man just killed Stuart Meganob.
He killed what?
What? Yeah.
Did he kill?
Gilliman had a swing and killed 7 meganobs.
Oh. Ouch.
Hit him for 6, mate.
What a baller.
I don't want to jinx anything, but it looks like it's not. I mean, that sounds like a great story, but he's in massive trouble. Like, it was a morale boost, though.
He's playing Rose on the Grey moment.
Looking at the scorecard, turn 3, it's 9-6 in Liam's favour.
Yeah, it looks like Liam's only getting a touch.
So Liam took out the Land Raider Crusader. He's taken out the Centurions, which is pretty much left Gilliman, some scouts, Hellion, and the Banner Dude. But Gilliman looks like he's just going to solo the rest.
Dude, shock attack guns pick up Crusaders, shock attack guns pick up Centurions.
Yeah, Gilliman.
They pick up Gilliman as well.
It's got to roll that 11.
Yeah. Well, how many attacks has Gilliman's got? 6 attacks, yeah?
7, I think.
7. So Mike Australia's just said, I mean, you think he can more. So that's
That's not wounds as well.
Yeah. So he must have hit 6s. He's practically damaged 1 So there is a chance he makes a 6-up save to save one of them. So look, 7's probably on the better side of the averages. Hitting on 2s re-rolling, winning on 3s, no, winning on 2s re-rolling.
They're only C4.
Yeah. So he's going to get 7 wounds through, and then you should make 1 6-up.
Yep.
And then so it's 6 dead, and then maybe the D3's knocked off another one. So look, 7's probably about perfect. But just back to Master Strider's point, I think Custodes would have done really well here. With the right Custodes list would have done extremely well here. Maybe that's what I need to do.
Custards.
Maybe some custards.
Stop swapping armies.
Stop going around to, dude. I'm locked into tower for the next 6 months. But post ETC, it's a big brave world out there, guys.
It is. So we've had a number of questions in the chat. I've had messages come to me about these bad boys. If I can, hold it upright. Down on the network. 3-inch diameter. Sorry, 3-inch radius, 6-inch diameter objectives. So if you're on it, you are on it. You can see them on the stream right now. We're selling them for $40. Contact us at our Facebook page. We will still give you, invoice and all that sort of stuff. But we haven't really worked out like a shop front just yet because it's our first merchandise we're looking at selling. Mate, that sticks. That's actually impressive.
Good.
All right, so this sticks to the table. It sticks to your shirt.
You just need to have a more robust chest. Some chesticles like I do, and they've got plenty of traction.
So they're $40 a pop for a set of 6. They're numbered 1 to 6. So the numbers are a little less relevant for ITC, but those playing ETC format,
Maelstrom
and Maelstrom and all that sort of stuff, very relevant. So yes,
they're pretty. They feel good.
Yeah.
There's no harm in having numbers on them anyway.
Say again, sorry.
There's no harm in them having numbers for other formats anyway.
No, there isn't. We were umming and so we're umming and ahhing over it because I can tell you now, having numbers on them make them cost more.
A lot more.
Just
having the same cost would have saved us like
a lot,
a third,
but
quarter
with
of the purchase price.
With the ETC format, it was a no-brainer.
Had to make it relevant for everybody, every mission.
Yeah,
it's the only way to do it. We don't want to give you guys any subpar. We don't want to give you subpar anything.
Yep.
So the best.
Oh, we have Matt number Schmuckasoli. Matt Schmuckasoli.
I'll make it my mission to make him Matt number 2 Marasoli.
So we are also going to be bringing out some more merch. So for those that are on the Patreon page, so patreon.com/downunder_network.
If you're a Patreon, you get discounts and stuff.
You do.
You do.
There is a magic number that's less than 40 that we haven't come up with yet. But so it will be discounted.
It will be,
and it won't be like a $39.99. Like we'll give you a proper discount.
We'll give you a proper discount.
And
if you are supporting us, you deserve kickbacks. You deserve discounts. You deserve.
Yep.
You deserve, fairies to sing you to sleep. You deserve your farts to not stink. You deserve like the woman, the partner of your dreams, to want you.
Mate. I don't know what you've been on, but
just get a Patreon.
Yeah,
what happens when you let Morrisoli sit beside him for 5 minutes?
All this and more can be yours.
Yes, so head over to patreon.com/down_network. Mate, that's a mouthful right there.
Down Under underscore network. Yeah.
And yes, there are multiple tiers. As simple as $5, right up to currently $25. We'll give you stuff. You'll love it. We love it. And yeah, if you like what we're doing here, we're pretty much putting all those proceeds back into the channel. More gear. Yeah.
So just get a quick update on the scores. That obviously they have not updated to CP because there's no friggin'. We know Simon spent 5 in his last turn.
Yes.
Minimum spent 5.
So Simon's already on 3 Reaper points at the end of turn 2.
Yeah.
He's got 2 Headhunter points and 2 Recons.
Yep. That's the Broodlord and the Abominant went down. There's 2 other points.
Yep.
And the Recons, he's always going to get Recon. He's been chucking stuff in there to get it every
Yep.
turn.
So Stuart so we're at the bottom of turn 2.
Yeah.
So Stuart obviously hasn't put his scores in yet.
Yeah. What do you think he's going to get? He should get kill.
He'll definitely get kill. He might get kill more.
I doubt he's going to get kill more. I think Simon's picked up 3 units this turn. Look, he can pick up 3 units, especially if it's just so he's picked up a solitaire already. So if he picks up 2 units of witches and a venom, he'll get kill more. He's going to be holding the equal amount. He's still got about 3 terminals left on that left objective. He's going to hold that one for him. And the upper middle, the top right objective, that's locked up. That's his. So no one's going to get hold more, I don't think. I think he's going to cancel out Simon's +1 there. But it's just a question of who gets kill more. Because right now Simon's is running away with the secondaries. I think he was always going to. But it's just a case of Stuart keeping up with the holds and kills.
Yep.
He's just got to stay in touch and hope something miraculous comes his way at this point.
And Mike, if you want to try that link again, I've just changed some settings, so you should be able to post it.
It should work this time.
Yeah, we generally turn links off for the chat, but
just because you get spammed sometimes.
Yeah,
and guys are starting and just shilling their own channel like, "Well, come watch this, come watch this, come watch this." It's a bit lame.
Fair enough.
But
I was trying to be helpful.
But no, we love you, and we just put you in.
Repost it. We just added it so you can do it.
So there's a link also to the current game if you want to keep track of the scores, and if you're interested in the leaderboard and want to see army lists for other players, you can also find them on downunderpairings.com and go to the ANZ40K Masters and check that out. I think I put some links up a little earlier, but I'll do it again. So if you are interested in any events in WA or just keeping up with the WA meta or just what's going on, you can head over to Objective Secured's Facebook page and they do a podcast every fortnight, and the alternating fortnight they do a live stream. Yeah, I think that's Wednesday nights, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah. We alternate it. We do the Wednesday release for the podcast, and then every second Wednesday we swap it and do the live. Yep.
For those over in the East Coast, at the moment there's a 3-hour time difference, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the summertime sucks. I mean, we try and bring it forward to an 8 o'clock start locally, which means it is 11 o'clock on the East Coast at the moment.
Yeah. Whereas, obviously, once the daylight savings gone in the East Coast, or some of the East Coast, we're back on a more reasonable time difference.
Yeah.
But there's been many times where I'm getting ready for bed, doing my teeth, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna listen to Mike and Emma. I say hello, they say hello back, and then it's all
what a
good.
wholesome exchange.
It is.
I tell you what, those are some of the highlights of our gaming weeks, because the interaction we get is really good, and we get lots of random questions, and we get lots of sort of philosophical questions, and then we get guys. I've got a photo one of the guys shared. It's got us in the background on a computer screen talking because he's watching us while he's painting, but instead of just saying I'm doing it, he actually sent us a photo of him doing it. So that was kind of cool.
That's awesome. So some things to note about where this table state is. So right now, Stuart's just holding on to this objective. He's got 3 guys there. They're dead as shit next turn.
They are
There's nothing,
so dead.
which will pretty much cut off this side of the board. Everything here will be 100% controlled by Dark Eldar, and he can't contest below this line either. So that's 3 sides of the board essentially dead to him. And on top of that, he's hemmed in there. So literally, this is the Xenos some ZX. I don't know what that symbolizes. I just made that up. For some reason I thought Xeno started with a Z for a moment there. So literally, he's only got any influence on the game within this sphere because he hasn't got long range shooting.
Nah.
His smites only hit the closest targets, so he's completely bottled in. So everything this is the only realm of the board where the Tyrannians have any sway, and they do have a lot of kill points they can pick up. They do have a lot of ways they can stay relevant in the game, but there's no way they can get in front, from my point of view.
No, with Simon holding at least 2, looks like 3 actually.
It will be 3. Looks like he's got 3 termagants on that top left objective, which there's no way they survive through the next turn. So that'll start being hold more every turn for Simon.
Yeah.
But look, he could move an advanced zone ropes onto it. But then, I mean, Simon can just walk out some OBSEC onto it, and it doesn't matter. Like, he can just put an OBSEC, 5-man OBSEC unit onto it this turn. You killed them, another 5. You killed them, another 5. You can do that every turn, rest of the game, very easily. Most of his Venoms still have 3 units of Cabalites that haven't left Venoms yet. Betting he's still got 1 or 2 units of Witches who haven't left their Venoms yet. So, yeah, all the power in Simon's board. I think we've done the Psychic phase. There's a couple of cards down on the table to represent some Psychic going off. Some of the fun things that Stuart can do is things like in Mind Control of Venom, have a Venom take out a unit of Witches for him.
That could be pretty funny.
That's pretty fun. The problem is, though, his Witches are tied up in the middle of the table. Can you circle this area for us?
I sure can. I have the power.
So he's got looks like 2 Venoms and 2 units of Witches, and locked up in there with that. What remains of that unit of Termagants? Probably only about 4 guys left in there, which will get picked up probably at the bottom of this turn before the start of the next one. And that is stopping those Witches from being shot. Which right now, the only Witches on the board. So there's no easy kills here. The only kills on the table are freaking Venoms. The only options. And he does not have good ways to kill Venoms out of Smites. And even with Smites, he gets a 6-up feel no pain against.
Yep.
So it's rough. It's very rough. Poor Stewie. I want better for the young man. He's a good dude. The kid, the myth, the man. We call him Stuart. I just get an update from Roaming Diff.
Alright, yeah, so we've got 3 Witches and a Succubus. Are currently in combat with the Gaunt Screen. We have Lemayan in the center of the table.
Shit, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
There is a
and
right here.
Then down the bottom right-hand side, you've got the double pistol Gene Stealer character.
Where? Sorry, the bottom right.
The bottom right.
Is that here? You point to it?
Did he summon it?
Oh, yeah, there he is. No, he was in the ambush.
I'm just looking at the army list. You mean the sniper?
Yeah, the sniper.
No, there's a sniper dude further up. That's something else.
So he must have either summoned it or... I don't know
had,
if there's any points left in the army list to summon it.
He has 60 or 70 points.
Yeah, 70
Yeah,
points.
that's a Calamorph 60.
Yeah, Calamorph. Cool.
Yep. And then he's just deep struck the Rippers down the bottom right-hand corner as well. I'm not sure if
Rippers to threaten this objective.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got a Calamorph here. We've got a Lemian here. What else did he say?
That Calamorph actually poses a threat to a lot of those characters.
He does. He can go in there and get a few headhunter points for Stuart. Although Stuart doesn't have it, more just making sure he gets Witches build. I think it's a time check for his Witches.
40 minutes each.
Wow, that's interesting. Remember the pretty black in the background. It's funny. It's got a teddy bear in it. There's a teddy bear. So Simon is actually on 0 CP. So 0 CP. He blew his load in the first few turns. And then,
I'll see if I can get a confirmation of the CP at some stage.
well, Simon marked his down to 0.
His what, sorry?
Simon's on 0 CP according to his update.
Oh, they've updated it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How's it going, Yak Hunter? PD baby. PD the Falcon baby. Pity the Falcon baby. That's good. The baby Falcon. Right? Huh?
You're kind of going to join us.
Does he want to? Let him know. Pete, do you want to join in? Would you like to jump in on Discord and start chit-chatting with us? Let us know if you're able. We'd love to have you. Was he able to join us yesterday at all?
No, he was working.
Balls.
Do you know how many times you say that?
A lot.
It's a lot. It's funny because
Yeah.
it's in our highlight reel.
Is it?
Yeah. So we did a video for ANZ40K to promo Down Under Network, and in it, the very first bit was basically saying, yeah, we do live events, and you'll see in that we've got the Objective Secured banner behind us for our very first event.
Yep.
So you get a bit of a shout out in our first stream.
I think that's coming somewhere.
We'll have to get that off you then, so I can put it in our videos.
Will do. Thank you, my man. Grazie, grazie. No worries. I'm not letting you see this stuff. You.
So, Yak Hunter is going to jump on in 5. So we're going to have Pete the Falcon baby. I call him Pete the Falcon baby because I want to call him
Baby?
I want to call him baby, Petey baby. But his name is the Falcon.
Wow.
So now he's a baby Falcon.
Falcone.
Falcone. Sounds like a mob boss.
Yeah, so we did a video. You know what? I should probably play it at some stage. I probably can do that.
We're going to the top of turn. We're going to top of turn 3. Simon is just moving some guys out to intercept those rippers at the bottom right. 4:30 finish, yeah?
We finished at 4:30, so that is an hour and
20.
a half?
Yeah,
hour and 20. I'm going to yell, so I'm muting for a sec.
According to Down Under Pairings, it's 1 hour 48 to go.
Yes, we started around half an hour early because basically we had a big plan. Which was...
My game wouldn't be over in 2 hours.
Yeah, so we started the Masters round an hour after the Open with the mindset that the Open players could see like the dying hour, like the last hour, the real meat and potatoes of that game.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately,
I played too quickly, guys.
this guy got tabled
I just played too quickly. In
before
4 turns.
4 turns.
No, sorry. Yeah, 4 turns. Yeah. So we played quick. 40K.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, I had 40 minutes left on my clock. He had 6.
Yep.
So that's why.
But yes, so in the end, there was a few people that actually finished their game after these guys.
Yeah, we finished before him.
But I probably should update
Did you
that.
just drop a Dan Martin?
None?
Just dropped a Dan Martin, guys.
I did not drop it down.
Totally did. Finished the game after these.
No, I didn't. No way.
Totally did, man.
I said these guys. There's no way.
You did.
I'm a good boy. My mummy says so.
Alright. Let us know when you're ready to go, Pete, and we'll jump you in Discord. You still here, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't lost him. I mean, that's a possibility.
How would you squeeze points out of Simon right now? He's like getting blood out of a stone, getting milk or some kind of porridge out of an avocado. Yeah. There's an analogy for you. It's not even a ripe avocado. It's like it's like a rocket. It's like an armadillo testicle.
Mate, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What is even happening? Hey, guys.
I'm enhancing
Hey!
the concept. Peter, my baby falcon. How you doing, dude?
I'm living the dream.
Living the dream.
Alright, so Pete, meet Mike from Objective Secured.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? Oh, living the
thanks,
dream, like I just said.
Alright, now I'm going to have to multitask like a champ and get that Chapter Tactics logo probably up there.
Unless there's 40K stats logo we got.
I don't think 40K Stats really has a logo. Am I right in saying that?
You are correct. I gotta pay somebody to make me one.
Just get a falcon.
Give me a holler.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can sort you something out. It might not be a paid quality, but I'm sure we can work something out.
I got a graphic designer here who's a gamer, comes to our events regularly, who can probably help you out.
Oh, awesome. I have a friend that works in the cartoon industry right now, so I was gonna get her to throw something together for me.
Fantastic. How much of this game have you caught, Pete?
I only just started tuning in. I tuned into the last game and got confused and thought that was the last one because it was the finals for the.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh goddamn it, I missed out watching Adam get beat. But luckily there is another round. So.
Well, I'm sorry you got to see that one, but hopefully you enjoy this one.
It was a rough
Unfortunately,
scene,
you
but-
might have joined at the wrong time because this is looking pretty bleak for
Yeah,
Stuart.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be interested to watch my game back because it really showed that I only had like a handful of games with that army.
All right, I'll do an update in a sec.
Simon
but,
played me like a fiddle. We're just getting some logos chucked on for you guys.
mate, you're gonna
You're
love,
gonna-
you're
yeah,
gonna love what
just
I've got
killed
coming.
5 more Mega Knobs.
So Gilliman on table 2 technically has just killed 5 more Mega Knobs in combat.
He's killed 12 on his own.
He's killed 12 by
Gilliman.
himself. Just Gilliman killed 12 Mega Knobs of the 30 that Liam's brought.
Oh my
Did
god.
Liam mob them all up, or are they 3 separate units?
He's mobbed them all up. Yeah?
No, they're not.
There are two units.
Okay, so we got 20 and a 10,
there's
yeah?
20 and a 10.
20 and a 10. So that's, remember that list from CanCon? Pete?
We didn't play it.
Yeah. I saw. Is that was what he was playing yesterday? Too. Well, I watched part of one of his games there.
Yeah, so it's 30 Mega Knobs. He's just like, 20's good. 30's got to be better, right? But we're not sure anymore. We've been talking.
Apparently 30 isn't.
I actually think 20's better. Because
I agree.
Well, he gave up the looters to do it, didn't he?
Yeah, he dropped the looters, dropped the tank busters to do it. So he's actually made a lot of
The
company.
looters don't matter, the tank busters are a loss.
Yeah?
I don't think you want 2 different units that rely on
so
having
much CP.
it's Grot
Or
Shield.
Grot Shield as well, yeah.
You don't want to have looters and Mega Knobs that both want Grot Shields.
The looters are decent without needing all the strats and CP anyway.
Not too many people talking.
We are.
We've just got four people on this side, 2 people on the stream. Let's try and make sure. Special guests.
So, I did.
No, I'm
That's
good.
right.
I'm just suggesting. Let's just.
Alright, so we got a recap from the end of turn 2. So Stuart's clocked up to 8 points with Simon on 11. So Simon didn't get any kill or hold mores. So Stuart jumped from 4 to 8. So he's got kill, hold, and hold. They couldn't have gotten hold more, so it must have been kill more, which surprises me. How did he kill 4 things in that turn? Anyway, we'll pull up the website and see what he scored up, which is so freaking handy, man. It's so handy just being able to pull up the scorecard and whenever you want and see exactly what they're on, what they've scored.
All right. I think at least for like a 20-second job, I think you're gonna like what you've got coming your way, Falcon.
Okay.
Diffy's a magician, and he can get. I can talk crap for like 3 minutes at the drop of the hat. There is so much shit he can get done in those 3 minutes. It's astonishing.
That's hilarious.
We're gonna go with now. I haven't.
You got to
paid-
assume the way Stuart got Kilmore was around the Solitaire's death plus he must have killed like one of those little units of witches. There must have been like little easy kills lurking around for him.
Actually, I'm looking at it right now. So he had that unit of witches in the middle. There was 5 guys. There was 4 or 5 witches and a succubus there. He could have smited both of those out and then plus the solitaire going down. But he would have had to pick up 1 more as well because I think Simon.
Well, the Kellamorph dropped in,
Oh yeah, the
and I can't imagine that was just dropped willy nilly where it
And
was.
there was a Lemire just pissing in the wind in the middle of the board. That would have been an easy pickup as well.
Yeah, which is an easy kill for Kellamorph.
Oh
Yeah.
just the Termagants. Termagants just picked that up. So yeah,
That looks pretty good. Let's go with that.
we're logoing up, guys.
All right. So this is a last-minute little ad. So let's see how that goes.
Enjoy.
I haven't paid for any copyrights on that logo,
No.
so my bad.
Hilarious.
Where
Oh,
did
fuck. I'll take it. I'll take it for sure. Thanks.
Now the national symbol. You gotta get that tattooed, like somewhere
The Falcon inside a TV
inside the TV.
on his
on his
shoulder.
chest.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Check.
I'll get it right on my left arse cheek. It'll-
Perfection.
It'll match Adams on his
No.
right.
no.
Yeah.
We
Whoa.
We actually have a player who's to my left, to your right, that lost a bet, and in losing said bet, he has another man's name.
Tattooed. Which
How
butt
to-
cheek?
Which right? It's right, isn't it?
Left butt cheek has another man's name on it now.
It is what it is.
Now, seriously,
Yeah, that was we heard that story and saw the tattoo firsthand when I first met those gentlemen many years ago now.
exactly right. He's a man of his
One
word.
hell of an introduction, I can tell you.
We have bets in Australia.
I would take any bet.
Take any bet. So it looks like he's tightening the noose on those zone ropes. More than anything else, I think he just doesn't want them moving out of that bubble. He just wants to keep them in there. There are not any objectives there. Just keep them in there, make them smite through venoms to get to anything, and just keep obsec on all the objectives. He's lined up with what looks like the Cabalites on that objective to the left, which is exactly what we thought he was going to do. And it looks like he's actually got some obsec on the one to the right as well. So it's quite possible he starts racking up the bonus this round too.
Turn 2, we saw Simon get kill 1, hold 1, and we saw. If I just go back for a sec, and Stuart get kill 1, kill more, and hold 1.
Yep.
So obviously,
Kill 1, kill more, hold 1.
Yeah.
So he got a secondary there. What did he?
Butcher's Bill.
Oh, of course.
So he's on 2 for Butcher's Bill,
Yep.
while Simon's got basically kill 1, hold 1, the both first 2 turns. And he's got 3 points already for Reaper, so he's already pretty much maxed that out.
He's only 2 turns in. He's already halfway there on the total for his secondaries.
Mate, he's
in
got
2 turns.
3 for
pretty
Reaper,
phenomenal.
2 for Headhunter, 2 for Recon.
It's crazy.
The question at this stage, I mean, looking at the state of the board, is not really whether or not Simon's going to win. It's just by how much at this stage. Look, Stuart is an upcomer. He's been on the 40k competitive scene for probably 6 months.
Yeah.
Give or take.
6 to 9 months. At best, 9 months.
Yep. And he's one of our patrons.
Yeah, man.
As is Simon.
Look, they're on a top table of an event because they're our patrons.
And the only person this guy lost to afters was our patron. So
I give no one else such good service.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason he lost and took
That's right.
took the wrong drones away.
I can't beat him.
Yeah, it was a payoff. That's all it was.
It's got to be that. It's got to be that.
You sold out, man.
I sold my soul.
Yes. So, if you are interested in stats, obviously we do a lot on this channel, but also head over to 40kstats.com, which is where one of our special guests, Peter the Falcon, is probably more notably known from, or probably just as notably known from Chapter Tactics, but the 40kstats.com, I guess, would be more his baby, so to speak.
Pete, tell us a bit about 40k stats. Pete?
Sorry, sound cut out there for a second. What were you saying?
Tell us a bit about 40k stats. Tell the people.
Oh, yeah, 40kstats.com. That's my website. I track all of the GTs and majors around the world. I track win rates by faction, by sub-faction. I look at faction versus factions. You see like how your faction's doing against other factions in the current meta. I apply filters so you can look at things like what it's like in the ITC meta versus, say, an ETC style meta. I'm actually building out a new database for team tournaments, so I'm hoping to get that up and running in the next couple of weeks. That'll be pretty cool. I'm going to be doing a big update tonight. I got about 12 GTs and majors that happened last weekend that I spent the last few days putting together. So we're getting quite the view of where the meta stands now in a post-chapter approved, post-LVO world. It's pretty interesting.
I think it's the most interesting it's been in a decade, right now in the next 3 months.
We are more connected through streaming services like this, so getting able to see games on the other side of the world, and being able to have people commentate those from the other side of the world. I mean, last weekend at 6 a.m. in the morning, we were in a car park watching an iPad, commentating a game at the Iron Halo.
No, it wasn't Iron Halo. It was from Jason Horn of the Iron Halo.
Okay, sorry.
Commentary. I can't remember where it was. Arkansas, I believe.
Arkansas. Anyway, it was an event in the US, which, I mean, go back 6 to 12 months ago.
Wasn't a thing.
Like that's not even thought of.
No.
And now,
for sure.
We've had 2 events where we've had people.
Well, we've had
coming on from interstate, international. We've got more people talking to each other on podcasts than ever before.
The community's never been bigger. At the same time, it's never been closer.
Yeah. We're like this. Yes, so regarding the team tournament stats, we have the ANZ Team Championships in May, So let us know what sort of stats you want, and I'm more than happy to obviously provide those in whatever format I can.
I'm playing in that one again.
Oh, for sure.
And let me know if there's
awesome.
any of the stats. I mean, we've got our team event that'll be August, I think it is. We had 120 players for that last year, so.
Oh yeah, no, that'll be great. I got my first batch last week. Tom Adriani sent me the Belgian nationals results, and I think he was expecting me to dump it in like my current databases, but because team tournaments are so different, I want to do something special for them. And I'm just trying to figure out the best way to track it all,
That's amazing.
so that it actually shows. I think the faction versus faction, and there's gonna have to be some kind of list.
Because there's one big thing in team tournaments that you need to factor in, and that's who was put up, who got paid into who.
Exactly. Yeah, and
that's the process is so crucial.
It's so cool.
And that's where I'm looking at right now is how to build that database out so it's easy to see like who was put up and like as a defender versus attacker, etc. So.
Well, for what it's worth, a big plug for Down Under Pairings. Down Under Pairings does team events, and it manages the pairing process. So it'll keep track of who was put up, so who was attacker, who was defender. We had the ANZ Team Championships last year use it, and we ran. That was our very first ever Dream Team competition.
Yeah, that's.
So you got Dream Team points, for example, if you won as the first round defender, you lost points if you were like the first turn attacker and things like that. So you know what? I'll send you what we've got from. Like it'll be out of date, obviously. Like
for sure, but still, it can give you something else to look at.
Idea of what it is, and if you ever want to have a bit of a chat on Discord or whatever, even just as a soundboard, I'm happy to. You know me, I've probably got just as hard of a stats boner.
Keep it in your DM. Keep it in your DMs, you two. Shit.
Yeah, okay.
I think
Adam's getting jealous over here. It's getting a little weird.
He is. I think there was a discussion that we were going to find an island halfway between Canada and Australia.
And you guys can set up a stats shack and just make sweet stats love.
Bunch of wankers.
You do know these guys, right?
Yeah, I'll take it. Little call in the game though. Man, it's just like he's tiding a noose made of venoms. Yeah, I can still see.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Looks like this turn he's decided to go all in on the zone thropes, I believe, because I haven't seen him pick up any termagants yet. So I can only assume that's. Yeah, he's piling in on the zone threats, trying to cut down their numbers this turn.
Is that Kellamorph still alive? Looking at that string of, I'm assuming it's witches in the middle of the board on the right hand side.
I think he's.
There he goes.
Yeah, just got picked up. So we got Dicky roaming.
Yeah, so the Kellamorph's gone, the assassin dude chick thing
Sanctus.
is gone.
Yes.
The abominant, is gone. So pretty much all the.
So it's just a maggot left.
What about
It's
the
a Magus.
Patriarch? Because he's the warlord.
The Patriarch is dead. Yeah.
That doesn't sound good at all.
No. I don't know that. I mean, there's just not enough tyranny in terms of output to deal with that many venoms parked on their doorstep.
Termagants don't handle venom. Even zoanthropes don't handle venom very well.
No, it's just not efficient.
Okay, we're getting a lot of noise come back, Diffy. Nothing to do about it. It's
Much noise.
Yeah.
I'll mute you up.
Make sure you get us a clock count. Take a look at the clock for us. You can't hear us.
Scores are level at the end of turn 4
So that's for
between Liam and Pete Patel.
Well,
However, Gilliman is dead. G-Man. Oh, he's hiding behind a building. He killed 21 Meganobs.
Oh my god.
oh, crap.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So it looks like Pete has a Vindicator Assassin, 3 Sniper Scouts, and G-Man left on, I'm assuming, 5 wounds remaining.
Has he gotten up yet? Has he stood up yet?
Has he stood up yet? Has he stood up yet, or is he... He's alive on 5, has not gone
Has
down.
not even had to use his Viagra yet. That's amazing.
Oh man.
I'm just looking at 40k stats at the moment. I love the fact that Corsairs are the #1 army in the faction breakdown.
Yeah, because of that one person.
Yeah.
Jessica Bowman went 4-2 at LVO with them, and it was like 1,001 points of Corsairs and 999 points of Inari.
See, I took pure Corsairs in 2017 to LVO and was pipped at the post because mine was 100% Corsairs. And then, someone finished LVO on 5 and 1. I finished 4 and 2. And, his was, 999 points, of course, of something else, and 1,001 of Corsairs. It was, bastard.
Yeah.
So question for you, Pete, because we had an interesting list. It lost round 1, but the concept, I'm wondering how it works from an ITC faction scoring. So we had a guy who had 2 Aquila strong points, or whatever they're called. The big
Macro cannons.
macro cannons.
Yeah, the 2 like neutral fortifications. Yeah.
Is his list undefined as faction? Because the largest detachment unaligned.
No. So as far as I understand it, there's you can't take unaligned. I know because Sean Morgan from Chapter Tactics tried the exact same thing to try to get best unaligned and got slapped down. So it's basically whatever is the most outside of those fortifications is what happens.
So his would be knights in that case.
I would love there to be a best unaligned, and the prize is nothing.
Yeah, best in faction Aquila strong point. That's it.
You get emptiness. Here you go.
It's amazing how the mighty have fallen because those Aquilas are just nowhere near as good as they used to be.
No, they used to be everywhere. Now, you rarely, if ever, see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think they're awful. The fact you can't even place models on top of them,
Yeah.
terrible, man. You can put 1 character and 1 squad inside. You used to be able to put 40 dudes in there.
And on
You
top.
can put 20 in there now.
Sorry?
You can get 20 in there.
You get 20 in there now with 1 character. Back in the day, it was 40 guys. Just do whatever you want. You just put whatever you want. 40 characters if you want.
And then guys on top and
Exactly right. And you
get in
can
the cover set like bonuses and everything.
inside.
Yeah.
Even bastions, bunkers, all those things.
Bastions and bunkers in 6th edition. Stop dragging the chairs around. In 6th and 7th, there was a lot of the bastion. Then there was the cheaper bunker, which was like 75 points.
Yeah, yes, defense line as well.
With
Aegis
Aegis was huge.
Remember the escape hatch tricks?
Yeah, man.
The escape hatch was so cool.
It's stupid. It's very stupid.
I used to use that with Wraithguard with D-Scythes.
Yep, good play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's brutal. I think we've lost. It looks like maybe we've lost about 4 Zoes, 3 or 4 Zoanthropes. He hasn't pulled up any Termagants, so I only think he's pumping the Zoanthropes this turn. Yeah, it can only be he's pumping the Zoanthropes.
We have an Archon in the bottom right-hand corner taking on
The 3 Rippers?
The 3. Well, what's left is 2.
Yeah.
I think there might be another character down there as well, but it's another. I think it might be a
Lamian. So there's a Lamian right there. They're so small you can barely tell, and they blend in.
They do.
Yeah, look, he's had 3 Dizzy Ravagers. They've literally moved 6 inches, turn 1, and have not moved again.
Mate.
They've just sat there with real ones to hit, ones to wound, and just checking their panda flesh every turn.
They're panda flesh.
Panda flesh, pound of.
Panda. Panda flesh.
Yeah, do you know what? I really wonder what does an all bamboo diet do for the taste and texture?
Yeah. Probably gross.
That's a really interesting question to ask.
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard they're from my experience, they're delicious. They taste kind of like a bald. What is the bald eagle?
Bald eagle, yeah.
Bald eagle. What's another endangered species? Rhinos. They're delicious as well.
Yeah, they must be delicious.
Let's just list them all.
Apparently, Galapagos tortoise were legitimately delicious.
Yeah.
Do you know they used to go to Galapagos, and apparently they were everywhere when they got there. They were like everywhere. There was tons of them.
And they ate them all.
Because they had no predators. The scientists were just like, get us one of these tortoises. We need to study it. And so they would, because they could live so long without food, they'd stack them up and tie them down in the holds of their ships, which is really mean. But the sailors found out they were the most delicious thing they'd ever eaten, and none of them ever made it back to England. They kept eating them all. And that is what put them extinct more than anything else.
On another note, kangaroos. Yes, kangaroos are delicious.
Ate shitloads of
We
kangaroos.
are. I'm pretty sure we are one of. We are, mate. And Falcon. This is this is Jeremy Marigold Martino.
It's Marigold.
It's Marigold. Peter's on here, man. He gave you that.
Ah, the marigold.
Hey, man.
Hey, dude.
Thank you, Peter. All of Australia thanks you.
It's hilarious.
So much mileage out of one little comment.
I know. That's so good. It's the gift that keeps on giving. But yeah, kangaroos. Do you know it's 2-to-1 kangaroos in Australia, people?
Yeah, and that's why they're so good to eat.
Yeah, because there's tons of them. Eat them all. That's because we killed all the dingoes and dogs that eat the kangaroos. So there's nothing to eat the kangaroos anymore except us.
We should get back to this game.
Should.
And less about what we're eating.
It's about Australian history. And the history of Galapagos turtles.
So, well, sponsored.
6 points there for Simon that round from the looks.
Yeah, 6 points.
Yeah, let's have
Look,
a peek.
he's got the bonuses turn. He's got all 4 objectives. It looks like.
He does not have the bonuses turn.
Okay, so there must be turn bonus on that upper right.
Yeah, so at the moment he's got kill 1, hold 1. He's maxed out Reaper, maxed out Headhunter, 3 points for recon.
Because he can't get 4 points of recon in 3 turns. That's
Yeah.
literally the only reason he hasn't done it yet.
Yeah, exactly. So he will max out his secondaries, no doubt.
Next turn.
No
doubt.
And it's all just about cleaning up at that stage because so far, Stuart, he's not getting a single recon point. He might, if he's still here at the end of the game, might get 1 point for ground control.
So going back to the start of this game, guys, for all of us, all 4 of us, what secondaries would you have picked for Stuart?
Well, I don't think Stuart expected Simon to be so aggressive.
And look, not a lot of people do, but Venoms are so good. They're good. They're actually decent in combat for a vehicle, and they got fly, so you don't care. You just fall back as long as you're not charging things that are going to kill you.
Yeah.
And nothing in his army is going to kill him in combat, bar a handful of characters. There's no threat there. There's no threat there at all. He's just adding more damage.
I think if Stuart wanted, because Stuart won the dice roll to see who goes first, and he made Simon go first. If he was gonna do that, I think recon was a bad choice.
100%.
If he was gonna go first, I think potentially recon could have been achievable.
Well, as soon as he gets 60, 30 to 60 termagants across the middle line of the board, that are -1 to hit 6 up. It's a lot harder for. Well, firstly, there's no way he gets hemmed in like this.
No.
There's no freaking way. He has not left his deployment zone, guys. He has not left his deployment zone.
He couldn't. Sorry, he has. Down the bottom right-hand corner.
Oh, with deep strikes.
He could have got a recon point, I think, on turn 2, if I bring up the overlay.
He also, going second, he also could have gone behind enemy lines at will.
Well, probably, but also he put the double pistol dude here and the rippers down here. If he'd put the rippers down the somewhere on the left-hand side of the table, then he could have got recon because he did have at turn 2 some gaunts on that top left-hand side.
Yep.
So, and he's still actually in those top 2 quarters. So look, I think he could have got that.
Well, look, there's a nice bit of line of sight blocking terrain here. Kellamorph there, so probably Kellamorph there actually, and Ripper's on the right. So Rippers go there, and then look, it's very hard for him to. Well, you have to pull a whole. One Venom doesn't kill 3 units of Ripper bases. So it's going to take him a Venom plus, which means pulling 1 from here at best to jump over there to get rid of him. And that's actually pulling away a decent amount of fire from against your stuff. And then the Kellamorph, who's the character, needs significant investment to get rid of, especially when he's out of line of sight.
I can't enter anything. It just literally doesn't tap anything.
Alright, guys. So what would you guys have picked? Pete, Mike, what would you guys have picked for secondaries if you were Stuart?
It's a hard one. I mean, he's the recon ground control butcher's bill makes sense in context with what he was dealing with, but I don't know. There's a good option there. I mean, getting the Drakari out of the Venoms has to be the first priority to achieve any of those with any degree of reliability or success.
Exactly right. So
And
Butcher's build
peeling them out of those venoms was just going to be a nightmare for the way the Tyranid army was built.
He almost has to play on the belief he's never going to kill anything. And
You literally
get the bonus.
I mean,
that on that
if you'd been fortunate enough to pop a venom or two in the early parts of the game, either through smites or maybe through something cheeky in terms of ambush, then you can start building up some points that way. But in reality, what he's done is he's having to get Simon to play into those secondaries, essentially.
Well, so there's a few things that I've seen that I think you could change. Firstly, the Abominant was too easy to pick up. An Abominant with the right buffs kills a minimum of enemy turn, pretty much, in combat.
Yep.
And the same thing happened for the Patriarch, which was the Broodlord that got picked up. Also too easy to pick up. Had he fully enclosed those in Venom Zone Thropes, he could have been picking up two a turn. And then if he can position them right, which Simon's not going to let him do now that he's the one charging his Termagants, he could have wrapped him in Termagants the same as what Simon was probably going to do with his Solitaire. So you charge in, you punt one, you charge with Termagants as well. After the Aberrant kills it, the Termagants pile in and consolidate and wrap around the character, protecting it. You see Eric do it all the freaking time. And that's probably the next level of Stuart's learning. If he's going to have all those tech characters in, you've got to invest in protecting them. Because they're the only significant damage dealers you have in combat. And if you're playing against someone aggressive like this and they don't do anything, you're gone. Potential's gone.
Look, Simon is probably one of the most experienced players at this event. I think that's a fair statement.
I think he's one of the best players in Australia.
Yeah, probably. And so from that perspective, like he's getting it. G-Man up.
You know, he's made like an 11-inch charge to fight Mega Knobs again.
G-Man just made an 11-inch charge to fight the remainder of the Mega Knobs.
Mega Knobs left.
Oh Lord.
Man.
Oh man.
God damn it. That guy.
30. Can he kill all 30 in a game?
G-Man killed 30 Mega Knobs by himself, solo. I'm pretty sure he's got just Gilliman left.
Just Gilliman versus
the rest of the Orc Horde.
Yeah. Look,
It's like a goddamn horse heresy novel.
It is.
Holy crap, it is.
This is
No fear, but instead of word bearers, it's orcs.
Yeah.
He's holding his breath the entire time.
Yeah.
That's what Primarchs are meant to do. Alright?
Yeah.
Now the question is can that Gilliman beat Abaddon at a game of tennis?
That is such a good meme. Have you seen the one where they're holding hands?
Yes. Oh, there's so many good ones. I love it.
Right.
I think one of our favorites though is the one on Abaddon's back.
The Abaddon
power looking switch. Yeah, the Abaddon.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Yeah, they like the model itself. Beautiful, absolutely amazing.
It's aesthetically perfect. I can't pick a hole in it.
Yeah, but the internet is full of trolls.
100%.
Yeah.
It's the whole community. Like, there's like two guys in the community who aren't trolls.
Yeah, pretty much.
Of the whole entire community, is like two guys who want to take the piss.
And they should be shunned.
Yeah, there's one guy called Brian, and there's another guy called
Steve.
Steve and Brian are the only two guys who aren't trolls.
Gilliman's got 19 Mega Knobs for the game.
So Gilliman's up to, as of right now.
The game's over now, but he killed 19 Mega Knobs.
He didn't kill any then.
He's killed 7 more.
Oh, he's killed a total of 19 Mega Knobs for this game. I thought he was already up to 21 before.
No.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
He was up to 12, then he's killed 7 more.
He just killed 7 more then. So he's killed a total of 19 out of 30 Mega Knobs.
Oh, god damn it, then that's rookie numbers, whatever.
Rookie numbers. Well, so he's killed 7 a turn, pretty much.
Yeah. 6, 7, and 7.
Yeah. Back to this game. Looks like there's a significant lack in zone throws. I see 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
He's 6 left out of what was 12. 3 into 4.
Yeah, I'd say there's a severe lacking in Tyranid models. I think zone thropes, yeah, sure, you can be specific if you'd like, but you could also use the same thing for pretty much every other unit.
He's lost 3 Venoms that I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's got 6 there, 7, 8.
Yeah, she's lost 3 Venoms.
3 Venoms, yeah.
2 more.
It's way too little too late, sadly.
Yeah.
Gilliman killed 21. 2 more just popped from morale.
They're like, not a Primarch!
Yeah, so Gilliman's pound of flesh is 21 meganobs. So yeah, exactly 777, baby.
All right. So big shout out to our sponsors. Big thanks to Knights of Dice for their awesome discounts that they're giving to our viewers. So don't forget to head over to knightsofdice.com.
15% off.
15% off. ANZ40K,
ANZ40K, cool.
2019. You can find it on our Facebook page. Yes, 15% off. They do laser cut terrain in both high detail and no frills.
Yep.
So if you're after, so let's say you're a tournament organizer and you want to bash out 20 tables, cheap, then they've got an option for you. If you're someone who just wants a more aesthetically pleasing table, they have the more detailed version.
It's MDF, yeah?
They do MDF.
Laser cut MDF?
Laser cut MDF.
Yeah.
They also do tokens, templates, and stuff.
I love the smell. Am I weird?
You are weird.
It's a good smell.
Big shout out to Frontline Gaming Australia for their support.
Yep.
You can find at frontlinegamingaustralia.com, maybe .au. I should probably know that. They have FLG mats and ITC terrain, and another shout out to OTP Terrain for their amazing 3D printing terrain from 6mm up to 32mm in all kinds of gaming systems. And I think you're about to say goodbye, Yellow Brick Rippers.
Rippers are gone, guys.
Goodbye, Yellow Brick Rippers.
Oh no, it's over.
Those Rippers
Yep.
weren't what was holding it on anyway, though. Right?
Yeah, exactly. That was it.
That was it.
Oh no, not
33
the
points, holding the whole thing.
That was the one straw. The rest of it was, don't worry about it. Just that Rippers.
Yeah.
If the website for Frontline Gaming is frontlinegamingaustralia.com, all one word, frontlinegamingaustralia.com.
So DOTC.
Yeah. DICKPILLS.com.
Oh, the Ravagers are pushed up. They're coming. Ravagers are coming, guys.
He's just gone for the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
So
There must be some of these guys out of line of sight. You can't get.
It doesn't matter. So one of the things, so for those watching at home that are unfamiliar with the format that we're going with here, so we have the ANZ40K Masters, which is finished. That was a 4-round, 16-player knockout event. In the final round earlier today, Simon, who's on stream right now, played against this guy for first and second place.
Didn't go so good.
Of the Masters event. So Simon is the ANZ40K Master. And
his
I'm
cannon.
not sure if Pete
Get your cannon. That's first prize.
trophy here.
Says 40k Masters on it.
It's pretty big. That's what you said.
HB. It's a HB, guys. Or a side. It looks more like a side cannon, actually.
Sure.
Cannon, actually.
It's a what?
Splinter cannon.
It's a
Splinter
splinter
cannon.
cannon, you reckon? It shoots bolts. It's a Nerf gun. But as you lose the game at the Masters, you feed into the Open event,
You drop out.
which is a 30 or 32 player event. I can't remember the final number. I should, but I can't. So at the start of the round 1, there was like 16 players in the Open.
Oh, wow.
The Orcs got up. The Orcs got up with 1 Meganob left.
Good
Pete's
job.
gone down.
Good close game.
Good
though.
close game.
Oh.
And I'm not saying any disparaging about either of the gentlemen on here, but that would have been a better game to have on the stream.
21 to 25 was a close game for Pete, yeah.
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 Seeing Gilliman run through those megas would have been
Would've been
amazing.
entertaining.
Would have been very entertaining.
Yes. So as in round 1, there were 16 players in the Open. 8 people lost in the Masters, and so they fed into round 2 of the Open. So
Yep.
round 2 we had 24 players, and so on and so on. So Pete, you might be interested in hearing this one, and I'm not sure if you heard this one last night, Mike. But round 3, we didn't have the rule was there was no draws, because in a knockout style event you can't really have draws. So it gets to round 3. We got Simon versus Christopher Wright. So one of the top ITC players being Chris, and they get to turn 4. They're running low on time. They agree they're just going to play out turn 5.
Yep.
They play out turn 5. It ends in a draw.
Dead draw. 23-23.
They look at me and they say, "What's the tiebreaker? Like, what do we do now?" And I said, "Well, there are no draws." And they're like, "What's the tiebreaker?" And I said, "You both play 5-minute turns." And so they played a 5-minute turn. Simon got 4 points up in his turn. Chris turns to me, and Chris has a jump pack
Vanguard vet.
No, it was a character dude.
Okay, Smash Cap. Yeah.
A Smash Captain-y dude.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Distus Cap the character. That's all he had left. He needed 4 points just to get a draw.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, well, I can kill this Venom, I can charge this Venom, and that'll get me that objective, and then I can get this. Like, at best, he could get 4 if he rolled ridiculous. And he looks at me and goes, sorry. And then Simon goes, well, what's the tiebreaker if there's another draw? And I said 5 minute turns.
5 minute turns.
and so, and he's like, well, at that point he had 2 characters. And there was like 3 Ravagers, 2 Venom.
He was in
It's game
like,
over.
went to a 7.
Yeah.
Simon doesn't move. He just picks up his characters. Game's over.
Yeah.
So ended up Simon winning by 2 points. Was it?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
That sounds awesome, though.
That was a great finish by 2 of the best in the country. So really good.
Yep.
And that's on stream.
It is on stream.
I'm going to go watch that one for sure. And yeah, I'm really interested. Really, who commentated on that? Was that Duck and Eric?
No.
I'll definitely catch that.
That was the NZ40 Cabal lads.
Nice. Oh, of course it was.
So we had Hayden Korach and Andrew Bartosh
Yeah.
from the NZ40 Cabal podcast. And good lads.
Yeah,
Good lads.
dudes. We'll be going over there at some point, won't we?
Probably.
Yeah.
Sounds like something we'll do.
Show us something we do.
And the winner of this game, which, yes, means Simon is likely to walk away with not one, but 2.
Damn it, Marcel.
2 guns. So this is a working, the other one's working too, but this is a working firing, basically bolt gun. Looks like a bolt gun.
What's one of the new bolt guns, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I don't want it to go. I want to keep it. But Simon's family are currently on right now.
He's got a bunch of kids. They're gonna love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And there's vouchers, but
Do I get anything?
maybe not.
Oh.
How am I can't tell you this.
Peter, just so you know, I played in this event last year. I came second. Played in the event this year.
All right.
I came second. Double bridesmaids, man.
The year before that?
Always the bridesmaid.
Yeah, the year before that I came second.
Brothers. Bridesmaids.
This
brothers.
is the first Masters since I think 2010 I haven't played in.
Oh, yep. Shit.
So
7 straight.
I'm running it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
That's the only reason I did so well.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah. Mind you, I wonder if I took guard, how it'd go. Mind, there's a lot of tower and a lot of guard in this field. Like, an absolute crap load.
I did say the
One. Liam.
the fact that you took
one.
Tau, the fact that you took Tau to the Masters event, was obviously the right call from an ETC
Yeah.
Team Australia perspective, but it was the wrong call
For me winning the Masters.
for you winning the Masters.
I took this to get some reps against very high quality opponents with something that I intend to take to ETC.
Yeah,
So
so
I need to get reps of a very high level, which is exactly what. Go and look at that Simon game. You can totally tell I'm new to that book there, and you can totally tell he's a master at his because
Yep.
he freaking schooled me on so much stuff, and I've learned an absolute crap load. I've learned absolute.
Yeah, even
And that's
I loved listening to your interview at the end. That was quite good. Listening to him describe the game.
it was really good. Yeah. And you could tell I had a game plan, and it was just like. Wasn't that good a game plan, it turns out? And that's just experience. That is just experience. Because his army has so many tricks, and it's such a polarized army. You need, like, my army has the density to kill it, has the density of fire to kill it, but not when he has so many tricks to stop me. So it's just like a battle of wills almost. And I don't know enough about how Tau function to be able to deny him doing a lot of what he can do to me. Like the solitaire, yeah? I have ways to deny that, but if I deny the solitaire, I open myself up to about 3 other tricks.
Yep.
But anyway, it's unfortunately Stuart Trainer is at the point where in this matchup, he's literally he has a set of tools. He has a tool bag,
Yep.
and it doesn't have the one in there that kills venoms.
Yep.
That's legit. That's just it.
The thing with this game,
Yeah,
though,
this.
there you go.
Sorry, Pete.
I was gonna say this game is kind of. I feel like this game was lost almost in the list building phase, which isn't something that happens often in 8th edition. But just looking at the lists, it's you almost wish you had a little bit more on the Gene Stealer cult side, like the Rockstar acolytes or something that could hop up 3 inches away and just wreck a bunch of shit, right? But
Well,
Even adding Impaler Cannon, Hive Guard, or
yeah, exactly.
Something similar from the mid range would have helped it have some long range effect because it's just been outgunned in the opening 2 turns at a range that it can't compete at.
And here's the bad thing about the Tyranid versus especially Venom matchup. Yeah, everything's a monster. There are no vehicles. The Venom the poison shots always get mileage against everything you bring, no matter what it is.
Yeah. Dracaria always going to be a good place against Tyranids.
Yeah,
just
exactly right.
always,
So
by nature.
He'd have to dip. He'd almost have to dip into rock grinders and shit, which doesn't beat the other like 4 people he's played in the
Exactly, yeah.
Just to have a chance in this one with his set of books.
The thing is, these guys are first and second in the Open.
Yeah.
So right now, Stuart is probably, he's playing for points.
Yeah.
But right now, legitimately, they could just stop playing, tally the scores up, because nothing like.
That's not going to change.
No,
It's not going to change anything for Simon.
Or Stuart.
Oh, okay.
Stuart is
Simon's
second
too far in front.
place. Stuart is second place in the ANZ40K Open, regardless of the result of this game now.
Nice.
And that's because this game here is one. This is the top 2 playing the champion round for one first and second.
Yeah, and look, in knockout styles, I think that's the only way to do it. It's the only way to go.
Well, the idea behind it is you don't get any leapfrogs.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's why I dropped out to do this.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I've already got second. There's no way for me to get a podium in the Open, and I wanted to do this because I actually miss doing this. So I love doing this. If I could go to an event, and play 2 games and stream 2 games, perfection. It's so good.
I really would love an event to let us submit one list
And both of us
and take it in turns playing.
tag teaming.
And the other one streams.
And I'll call your games and be like, you're fucking it up. Don't move it there, you idiot.
Some tiers might allow it.
You do it.
All right, we've just been
For
told
the right
by.
event, I'd allow it.
Well, there you go. Matt Morrisoli's just told us we can do it at EastCon.
Nice. All right, we're doing it. Lock it in.
Sure.
We'll write something retarded.
I get to write the list.
Oh, and what? Morrisoli wants to write the list? No, we'll see.
That's a hell of a practice,
I'm not sure about that.
We'll write one detachment each.
Okay, there's 3 of us, each writing one detachment.
That's cool.
Mate, we have to decide on the army faction keyword.
Let's just get
and
messy.
then
Do you know, we just roll a d6 or something. We just roll like a d16 for the faction.
this is just gonna be stupid.
Well, it has to be one of the super factions, so we roll a d4 for Imperium Chaos.
We'll run a list each and we'll roll off so you spit their list.
Let's not do that.
Let's discuss this later. We got
It's a
stuff to
horrible
cover.
idea.
Back on the game, Zoanthropes looks like there's 2 left, maybe 3 left of 12, and we need to get a time check.
We do. I'm gonna mute for a second so as I can scream. Sean Hogan, that's 35 minutes left in the round.
In jokes.
In jokes.
In jokes.
Which not many of our audience know.
No, it's like 10 years old.
It's probably close.
Your own house.
Alright, so it looks like we're probably in the. I think we're still in the top of 4. Yeah, I think we're still in the top of 4. I think we're just done a charge move by Simon. Yeah, Simon's just in his charge phase, guys. It looks like he's going to try. It looks like he's put some either witches or Cabalites. Nah, just chilling. This. So, did you guys need any terrain for Ratcon? Because Knights of Dice have given us 15% off code. Alright, never mind.
D3, 12 tables.
Alright, so we're still.
Alright, so I think my phone's dying on volume, on batteries, so I'll see how this goes. At the moment, we've pretty much got a big unit of gaunts, which you can see lining the back of the table. We have a familiar and a magus up the top center, pretty much that dark blue venom. And then we have 2 newest ropes. So pretty much there is 1, 2, 3 and a half characters. I'm not sure if the familiar is a character.
It counts as a character while the Magus is alive.
Okay, so there's 4 characters in that little pool, and there's 1 venom, 3 witches, and a succubus against them.
Actually, to be clear there, it counts as a character because you can't target him and it, but it itself isn't a character.
Okay. So it wouldn't give up a headhunter point,
No.
for example.
No,
No.
it just takes his first win pretty much.
It's kind of like a drone in that regard, but it just means there was a problem with the index where you added a familiar and made the character targetable, basically. So the codex has clarified that no, that's not the case.
There's 13 gaunts left. So 13 gaunts, 2 neurothropes, a magus, and the magus familiar. And that is it.
I think Stuart will be lucky to see the end of turn 5.
Yeah, look, he's probably not going to make it. But look, he's yeah. I think he's going to be very lucky to pick up. He'll be lucky to pick up 4 more points, I think, in this game. He's probably going to pick up 2 more. Looks like there's some wounds going on this top. There's a guy that's here at the top of that blue venom. He can probably smite that one out. Looks like he's got some casters in range. And there's a unit of witches there. So he can probably pick up 2 points and get a butcher's ball next turn. As long as those termagants aren't locked down, which I think they probably are going to be. So next please, Deffy. Pick the clock.
Clockwise, we have 25 minutes on Stuart's clock and 7 minutes on Simon's clock.
7 left for Simon. Wow, okay.
Well, Simon's going to pick up hold more for this round, guaranteed.
Simon's going to
and
time out next turn, guys. Just in his turn 5, he'll probably time out. He's got 7 left, you said?
I mean,
7 minutes left, yeah.
Yeah, 7 minutes left. It's not going to matter to
given what he has on the board, it doesn't really matter, right? He could just spend a turn and do nothing if he really wanted to, if he's afraid of timing out, and I think he'd be fine.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
He's still going to score. He's still
Make
going
sure
to
you're
hold.
holding those objectives and just shrugging.
Exactly.
Turn 5 is nothing.
Yeah,
Him scoring extra points doesn't change anything for him.
exactly. Yeah, just jump the Venoms onto a couple objectives to make sure nothing crazy happens and leave it.
Just sit tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very similar to where our game ended. So he wiped me with 6 minutes left on the board, on his clock. So it looks like Stuart's doing a little bit better than me because he's got more left. But mind you, he does have like about 120 more models than I did. So there's always that. Okay. I'm interested to know. Well, we'll get an interview with him after this game. But I'm interested to know why he moved the dizzies up. I was assuming it was because there was some zoanthropes here. He probably couldn't see. That's why he pushed the dizzies up, so he get range on all and line of sight on all the zoanthropes, because naturally that was the only target out left, really. Because I think the termagants were locked down in combat, or they might have just been out of line of sight. And then in the end, it's just Dizzy's verse. He didn't need him anymore. He's got enough venoms to kill the termagants anyway. You guys still there?
Yeah, still here.
Fantastic.
Just listening and watching.
Nice. You got what is Chapter Tactics covering this next episode, Pete?
I'm not going to be on Monday, but I'm going to be sending Val and Pablo some stuff about this event, and maybe there was another GT that Nick Nadavati and a few other people attended.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see if I can get the results from that, but it's hard to. They were pretty cryptic about like lists and shit for this one.
So I
don't know.
You don't know what Nick took?
I know what Nick took. He posted it on his on the Beast Coast website and somewhere else, but there's a lot of people that didn't upload lists.
Ooh.
That's so frustrating as a TO.
Are they allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Well, it's quite possible they like manually submitted the lists to the TO. I'm going to try to get them because I won't use it for the 40K stats site without them.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, it's pretty useless if you don't know the list.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have no idea what you're playing.
Yeah.
Nick's list looked very interesting because he decided to go based off of what his like followers chose. Yep. So it's like a Chaos Marine possessed list.
His followers
Which might be decent in a few weeks once we get the new Shadow Spear release.
Let's hope that.
Yeah, with the greater ones. Yeah.
Well, they're baby decent.
I say decent. I'm not saying good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than they were. Can't get any worse.
Yeah.
Is there a way that they can make us want to take Chaos Space Marines? Is
Yeah,
the
get rid of the
formation-
cultists.
How good's the formation got to be to make us want to take him?
Well, ask the same question. Who takes tactical marines?
Well, exactly right. Mind you, you can add a lot more buffs on the Chaos Space Marines technically, because you get the same tactic level buffs that Space Marines get, plus you get all the psychic level buffs, plus you get extra strategies for the marks. Like there's an actual because there's literally no stratagem apart from Scions of Guilliman that is relevant on a tactical marine, and that's only for
Look,
Space Marines. Only for Ultramarines, sorry.
There is a very, very niche place for Chaos Space Marine Marines. I feel as though I've seen them done quite well as Marcus Slanesh with Emperor's Children as the Legion.
So what?
They fight first, and you take them all with pistol close combat weapons, and there's actually quite a few attacks. But like we're talking, it's very niche. It's
But don't
not
you just do
great.
the same thing better with a couple of Xerxes and Rhinos?
Well, yeah, sure. Not if you want to take a Slanesh army. As I said, it's a very niche example.
I thought you were going down a completely different track there. Like,
shit.
It's a very niche place for them on your shelf closest to your bin.
Mate.
And Nick Nativati went 1 and 2 on the first day of that Mythicos event, so I don't think it's worth.
There's no surprises there. Even the mighty Nick Nativati can't make that list to win. Dude, do you know how long it took? Well, yeah. But you know what I can do? I make Templars average. Took me a year to make them perfectly average.
Some of that new stuff I think will make Black Templars pretty decent.
I actually think Raven Guard also get a good shout out with the new Phobos stuff.
So I've got a new game against the grain shtick. I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Marines. And I'm taking all the new stuff. I'm doing the opposite of what I tried to do, which was take a single. So for 12 months, for all of the last year, I was playing mono Black Templars, mono freaking Black Templars to every single event, and I ended up doing pretty good. So of the last 3 events I went to before I stopped, I dropped 2 games. I did really good. I even went 3-0-2. I went 3-0-2 RTTs. But my next one, I'm just gonna do a Minotaur's army.
Okay.
Minotaur's chapter, and I'm gonna go mono Space Marines and just make the best possible mono friggin' Space Marine army I can do.
Okay.
That's the new challenge. Mono Space Marines, nothing else. No frills, no assassins, no nothing, and just literally play the best.
Is that
possible
no assassins in the list, but
So the scores have just been updated as well. 23 to 12 now.
I'm actually gonna let our patrons set the terms and conditions of that. That'll be my post CanCon, so post ETC.
So turn 4, I think we're about to go into turn 5, but turn 4 saw
There's only 1 point for Stuart and 4 for Simon from the looks.
Kill 1, hold 1, and the bonus. And Stuart got kill 1. So I'm just looking at this. In theory, he should have got hold
more, shouldn't he?
Yeah. How did it's not possible for him to not get hold more.
Well, in this specific game, it's not possible, but it turns out that there's some really weird scenarios. So Pete, I've been bitching and moaning about people and their score sheets at CanCon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it turns out there are a couple that I still think they're probably an idiot, but there is some really, really very specific examples where maybe they're not. So if you don't kill anything in your turn,
you don't get a kill.
You don't get kill 1. Yep. If you kill something in your opponent's turn, i.e. combat or perils or Overwatch, alright, you could end up with kill more without getting kill 1. You could also end up getting kill 1, your opponent not getting kill 1, and neither player getting kill more. Yeah. Like there are some very weird scenarios that that can come into play. Personally, I think most of it should just be
battle rounds,
kill
and hold, and then there's no issues at all.
Well, yeah, I think you're right.
I think the kill should be battle round. And I think
we just saw the handshake.
Oh, yeah. So the kill should definitely be battle round. I'm happy with the objective staying as player turn, and then the hold more being battle round.
Yeah. So I think that was Stuart. I think that was the start of Simon's turn 6.
5.
No, that was turn 6, I believe.
5.
Oh, so yeah, that's right. That was turn 5. Stuart had literally 2 models on the table. So he has 3 Termagants, in the top right, and has 2 characters exposed to 3 Dizzy Ravagers.
It's taken the whole game for me to ask this. I've just realised what's weird about this mission. Aren't they playing ITC Scenario 5?
Yes.
So where is the 5th objective?
Dun dun dun.
Like there's meant to be 5 objectives.
Now, is that the
One in the
old or
Is
new
that the old or new one?
one? Mike?
The old one, isn't it?
Well, we're playing the old one because, of course, the new one came out
too late.
after lists were submitted.
Well, I'm reading the description in Down Under Pairings, and it definitely lists 5.
Yeah,
Well-
and the new one didn't change where the objectives were, right? It just changed
No.
the deployment.
That's what I'm thinking.
Look, I don't think it made a difference.
40k Masters, ANZ Masters right here, guys. Wrong.
Well,
Fucking
I know
mission.
for a fact they don't have a 5th objective on the table
We've got
because
2 of those right
we
here.
have 2 in our hands.
Yeah, which is why I'm just looking at it now, going, I think
Come on.
someone done messed up.
That's funny.
Interviewing, I interviewed before.
Yeah.
I just want to check something. Is this supposed to be 5 objectives in that mission?
Am I completely wrong?
Sure.
Yeah, see 4 in each corner, you pull one in.
Double check. You have a seat?
We double check.
2 in each corner and 1 in center. I think it's 2 in each corner, pretty much, and 1 in the center of the table.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it makes that big of a difference. I think that just makes it bigger for Simon because he had that middle for forever. So
Yeah. Oh, look, with the Venoms and the Ravages where they were,
yeah.
yeah, I don't think it changes the game necessarily, but I was just looking at the game, and then I was looking at the scoring and whatnot, and realised the mission, I'm sure, had 5, and I was
Yeah.
just looking at the picture going, there's something not right.
Well, it's a good catch.
Yeah, good.
So Stuart double checked and he did it, and I was like, yeah, cool, whatever.
All right, so we're just gonna play around real quick. We're big. We'll get some of these logos on. I'll get your logo on again, because you know, it seems like the right thing to do. So let me just, well, say hi to Pete and from 40kstats.com/chapter tactics and Mike Bass from the Falcon. Yeah, the Falcon guy.
And Mike,
Oh man.
I heard your voice.
Hey, Simon, congratulations on the last game. That was really good to watch it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, congrats, buddy. Really good showing of the last couple games.
Very tired.
Harden up, princess.
Very hard games. I think I had to work for all of them. Let's put it that way. The first match against Oliver was probably the hardest in terms of army. 3 melee knights and 11 assassins. That 6 of them all ignoring vulnerable saves and shit like that. That was a tough one.
Yeah, mate, you were scared at that.
I was. And then they're playing Liam round 2. Then they play round 3.
Chris Wright.
Chris Wright. That's right. That was a very tough game as well.
Which, in actual fact, if we're being honest, he should have won.
Yeah, but he was using the vaulting rule.
No.
Extra.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, there was both of us.
So we've got some interesting little
We're
ones.
very
So,
happy. We're very
yeah.
happy with how it came out.
So, the reason why I say Chris should have won is because, as I said before, at the end of turn 5 it was a draw, and he had a character that literally just needed to be
About an inch.
maybe half an
Half an
inch,
inch, yeah.
and he had the movement, he could have done it, he just didn't. Had half an inch and he would have had recon. We've got an
Well,
extra
he
point.
didn't think he was going to kill all those
Yeah.
witches, and he was going to charge. And yeah.
Anyway, but as it turns out, here's another little trick thing here for you, which I'm sure with all the, because Pete, you've got a big love for the Death Watch at the moment, don't you?
I do have the biggest hard on for them ever.
Well, there's some interesting little rules as written debates that kind of came out of a couple of games. So Death Watch veterans can obviously have bikes and terminators.
Yep.
All right. The unit has the infantry keyword. The whole unit has the infantry
You are-
keyword. For
Yeah,
the
it means you've got
purposes-
bikes up in ruins.
Hold on. Yeah, for the
Yep.
purposes of
Transport.
transports, terminators have terminators, bikes have the bike, and so on. All right. So not only does it mean you can get up on the ruins, but the beta bolter rules don't work on the terminators or the bikes,
Yeah. Beta bolters don't work on the ones in the next units.
which is
Only the veteran. Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. So yes, I'll make sure that I'm pretty clear there. It is the veteran squad specifically there.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It came up in our game. Like I didn't even know that was a thing. He was getting all the extra shots, but then he charged me up ruins and through a wall, and I was like, "Are you sure you could do that?" Anyway,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Well, you won the game, so I mean, if you lost the game and then we're coming back a week later and you're like, "I want my trophy."
Yeah. Well, no. Had I lost that game, I would have been just kicking myself for the next like 3 weeks about picking his Warlord as the Kingslayer rather than Saint Celestine. My brain stopped working for 1 microsecond when I said who was Kingslayer.
Yeah.
And I double killed Saint Celestine, which means anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think every one of those games. Well, the last one wasn't as tough. Not because of the opponent, it was mainly just because Dark Elder Venombspan, since 5th ed, has smashed the crap out of Tyranids. And that's it. Like, he played it pretty much what he was like. His game plan was fine. It's just I've played against it so many times and run it, like the Tyranid version of trying to crack the Venombspan.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you were playing pretty much nothing but Tyranids for like what 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's like Tyranids.
That's right. And the mistake a lot of people would make would be going for, say, the zone throats and things like that. Whereas I was shooting, disintegrators, all my venoms just to kill one unit, and once I killed it, then I switched to the next unit. And I was just killing termagants, and that's it. Like, just all my shots, clearing the termagants, taking the damage, blocking smites with my venoms or witch units. Just saying, you have to stay over there. I don't want you to do what Eric does in a lot of games, which is slowly move up and tag my objectives, get bonuses, gets the recon, all that type of stuff. I'm going to keep throwing stuff at you, keeping the pressure up while deleting screens.
Yep.
And that was my game plan, and you pretty much just saw exactly that. Just kill termagants. That's it. Focus termagants. Go for a couple of the characters with soul tears and crap like that, but it worked. If you start targeting zone throats when there's still termagants still alive, you'll lose that game. Like, there was a chance I lose if I start to just do wrong target priority.
So Simon is part of Godhammer Gaming, and if I point the right direction, that logo right there. So you can find them on Facebook. Just go to Godhammer Gaming or search Godhammer Gaming. They've got a Godhammer Gaming YouTube channel where you'll be able to find round 1 eventually when it goes up from his recordings. And he was then on rounds 2 to 5 on Down Under Network. So we're just going to download those, give them to him so he can get them on his channel. He's one of our patrons. And the Godhammer Gaming team won a whole bunch of terrain at the CanCon tournament. Because of just how much they won, it was pretty much handed over to Matt number 1 Morrisoli from Melbourne and say, we'll get it off you some other time. Because he drove up.
Yep.
He took it home. This guy rocks up with pretty much an empty suitcase.
Yep. It's in Mascal right now.
Yeah, to pick up said terrain. But now he needs to hold this and this. We'll do it more ceremonial shortly, but he now has to get not 1 but 2 big guns.
That'll be interesting going through the scan, like they scan it through, like
Goes to the
what's going
scanner.
on? Yeah.
Oh, it's all plastic. They can look at it. It's a Nerf gun. It's not as if Nerf guns have never been shipped before. And your family have been watching pretty much the whole weekend, watching their dad win after win after win after win, and basically saying, we want Daddy to win, but we want the guns more.
Pretty much. Like I had as soon as I did after game 4.
Yeah.
And I got the thing. Did a FaceTime thingamajig, and they said, "Yay! When can we have the guns?" I'll be home tonight. I don't know if I'll have it in my bag. I'll probably be able to get the small one. We'll try the big one.
Look, I have saved some coin aside for shipping. So we can, or I might be. We've got the bus going up to ATC.
Okay. Yep.
So we'll work something out. We'll talk about it afterwards. That's fine. When making that prize or trophy, I was looking at it going, mate, I really want a Victorian to win, and not because of any state pride, but the effort to get that interstate. Not easy. Because when it gets shipped, most of those The small gun doesn't, but the big gun comes in parts. Like you put it together. Most of it, I mean, it's not a difficult thing to do, but to put it together and then paint, I would then have to we'd have to pull it apart, which is not the easiest thing to do. Yeah.
It's all good, man.
Anyway, so we've got Pete the Falcon from 40kstats.com and Chapter Approved. Sorry, Chapter Tactics. Chapter Approved. It's been a long weekend. And Mike Bass from Objective Secure. Do you guys have any questions for the winner of both the ANZ 40k Masters and ANZ 40k Open?
After you, mate.
Oh, listen, I've got no questions at all. I watched I would say 2 half games and 1 full game that you put on. You put on quite the show. I was quite impressed. So congratulations, man. Like you did a great job.
Thank you very
My
much.
biggest question was around the first game, to be honest, because obviously we didn't get to see that on stream. But at face value, that looks like a terrible game for you.
Yep, absolutely. No, it was a very, very tough game, and I only won, I think, by 3 points, something like that.
It's pretty close.
I think one of the big things that I talked to Oliver afterwards about this was he won the roll off to go first. So we had hammer and anvil or pointy hammer, one of the two.
It was 28 to 24.
Yeah, so only by 4 points. He won the roll off to go first, and he took it, which I almost always want to go second. Like all my after opponents from round 2 onwards gave me first turn because they won that roll and gave me first turn, which is the right. You don't want MSU with OBSEC dictating who gets hold more.
Hold more. You would always get hold more.
Yeah.
Always.
And so Oliver, he took first turn, and that was the thing in my mind that kept me in that game.
Yeah.
Because he took first turn, and he doesn't have that much shooting because I had everything in my Venom, so none of his Vindicators could actually shoot anything. He ran up first turn 1. I deployed really far back, so there was no turn 1 charge or anything like that. My turn 1...
Because they were 3 combat knights.
Yeah, combat knights. So my
Not
turn
shooting
1,
knights.
I put, in essence, 2 witch units to movement block and use some of the terrain just to slow his knights down. My game plan in that game was wait him out until he runs out of CP and he drops his assassins. That's pretty much it. It's just... I need to know where the assassins are, and I blocked all my back line, so he had to really drop in front. I had all my Venoms about 3 inches apart because of the Calduses. So yeah, wait him out, slow him down, and just wait until he runs out of CP, because I did have 2 ruins in my deployment zone, but Devastating Reach means you can always kill the Ravagers.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what happened. That was the other thing that I mentioned to Oliver. He used 3 CP to just do rerolls on things that he thought were important. I personally didn't.
Yeah.
Which meant by turn 2 he did an advance and then went full tilt. I vectored that just to again minimize damage. And then turn 3 he ran out of CP.
Yeah.
Which means turn 4, 5, 6, everything was either on top of 1 level up on the ruin or running in his backfield, tagging Vindicators and stuff like that, which meant he had knights just standing there, literally doing nothing.
Like a heavy stubber or
Yeah, and
stuff like that.
so I just slowly, I didn't kill my first knight. And the last thing was on turn 2 he dropped all of his assassins rather than kind of stagger them, which meant that I didn't have to stop. I could stop blocking zone deployment, and I could just focus fire, kill that. I got kill more that turn, which I wasn't expecting, and then and that was it. Like, so I got kill more, killed all the kind of main threats. I snuck in 2 Venoms full of dudes in the back lines. Eventually started wrapping his Vindicators. And yeah, I think it was that turn 3 when he ran out of CP, everything jumps up, and just turn 3 was when I killed my very first knight, and then turn 5 I killed my second knight, just slowly chipping them through, and then turn 6 I killed the last knight.
Yep.
That was it. Like, as I said, I only won by 4 points, and it was just, I had the right game plan, and I think if Oliver had picked going second, I think he would have still got me.
1 second. Just giving a bit of a time warning.
Yep.
All right, we might wrap it up here because I've got a fair bit of packing up to do. Thanks again for Mike from Objective Secured. The Southern Hemisphere Open is coming up. There's a lot of events from Objective Secured coming up, but if for those that are outside of WA, I've been to a Southern Hemisphere Open, went to one last year. It's where the ATC was held. Absolutely amazing show, pun intended. Really,
I recommend it.
Yeah.
All the Queensland guys stayed the extra day for the event after the ATC, and we liked it.
yeah. So if you're outside of WA and you're looking for an event to go to, it's a convention, and conventions are always look. Events are good, but conventions are better because you get the 40k event part, but you also then get the stalls and all the other stuff. So really recommend heading over to the Objective Secured Facebook page or website and checking them out. If you're a big fan of stats like I am, don't forget to head over to 40kstats.com or listen to the Chapter Tactics podcast, and you'll hear the wonderful dulcet tones of the Falcon. If you're interested in looking at post-event battle reports, list advice, anything else you want to plug, coaching.
Yeah, I just recommend if you've got the time, or just even do it slowly, just check out the training that I posted up.
It's free, and who doesn't like free things?
I have had people pay for it, and they've all valued it immensely. And I thought I tried to monetize it, and I said, no, stop it. I'm gonna give it out to people. If people value it, maybe they'll give me something in return.
Patreon, get a Patreon going.
Well,
we'll work something out.
We'll talk.
All right. And look, if you're in the community and you need help with getting a bit of visibility, you want to have a chat about things, we really are a big fan of this whole network concept. It's where the name kind of came from. So reach out if you've got a podcast, a Twitch channel or whatever. We're quite happy to host, on Twitch, or give plugging where possible. Final shout out to Knights of Dice, Frontline Gaming Australia, and Oats Pizza Rain. Don't forget to head over to knightsofdice.com and enter ANZ40K 2019 into the discount code, and we will catch y'all next time. Peace.
Have a good night, boys.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.